everybody. Hey, where's the book with all the commercials? Anybody know?
I got it.
You got it? Nice. Okay, thanks. Why don't I take a break real quick, and then we'll get the show started, Robin.
Okay.
All right, that way we won't... What?
You feeling okay?
Yeah, great. If the break lasts till 10 o'clock, I won't be upset. All right, we'll be right back. I'll tell you everything that's going on right after this. What are you doing, Scotty? You got it? You got it under control, pal? Fred's not here, and
Oh, you're kidding.
Scott's like really having a hard time.
Oh, dear.
What's your problem, dude?
I was just looking for the bumpers.
He probably can't see. Any minute now.
Here we go. Ready?
You're listening to Talmudic scholar Howard.
I never hear this kind of production value on other radio shows.
Click, 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 and then something happens.
Click, click, click.
K-Rock.
Dave Herman here.
97.1 The Eagle. It's the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Oh, boy.
Who's that guy?
Oh, boy.
Here's Howard.
Who was that?
I guess that was Paul, but it
Yeah.
sounded funny.
I don't know where to begin this morning. Because I can't think straight.
Oh.
I'm sick, you know.
Yeah.
I got a cold. You get a head cold, it's hard to think.
Did you go home and rest, or did you work all day?
Worked all day. I wrote 40 pages.
Ooh.
My script.
What do you mean 40 pages?
40 pages.
Don't yell 40 pages.
So I wrote 40 pages. I sat in a room and wrote 40 pages.
Is that half a page of half the side of the paper? You know, because when you write for television,
Yeah.
you don't use the whole paper.
No. When you write a script, it's a whole piece of paper. I don't know about television. Talking about, you split it down the middle or something?
Right, yeah.
No. This is a whole piece of paper.
Okay, 40
Yeah.
whole pages.
40 whole pages.
Okay.
And then I got to go over there later and present them.
So there's no rest for you.
No rest for me. Well...
It was very interesting listening to you have one of your movie meetings on the phone yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Where was this?
In the office. You know, Peter Torgvay called you.
Yeah.
And you two were just sort of like, trying to decide what you were going to do for the day.
Yeah.
And it was just interesting listening to you. Well, do you want to talk on the phone, or do you want me? I know you. Well, let's get together tomorrow, because that's when John will be back.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It's just very funny. Sounds very businesslike.
Yeah, it is very businesslike.
You and Jackie never have those discussions.
No, me and Jackie have it down to a science. We don't have to have this.
You want to do anything today?
And I go, no. And then that's the end of it. Hey, Fred.
Hey, guys, sorry.
I want Fred's hours. Can I get those?
Yeah. Fred, how do we get your hours?
I don't know. Talk to Jackie.
What happened? You overslept?
My lovely wife denies hitting the alarm off, but I know she did.
Well, then there'll be hell to pay tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Did you beat her? No.
I was yelling at her from the kitchen.
Was there a 911 call?
That's how you know you're married, when you yell at your wife when you're late.
Oh, man.
That's what I do.
Well, that's the first time I've actually heard Fred say, my wife.
Yeah. It's the first time he's used it.
That was the first time I needed to.
Sometimes you forget he's married.
When does it turn into that bitch?
This morning it almost did.
Okay, Robin, let's play a game. Name a celebrity that kissed my ass for years, used to beg me to go to dinner with him. He's not really even a celebrity, but he's a known guy to you and some of the people in the audience. His father's famous. And name a celebrity who begged me for years to go to dinner with him, used to call me, one second, used to call me every 3 minutes, begging me to be a part of his life.
I don't know who you're talking about because of any reason, but just you're saying that?
Yeah.
I know who it is.
Who is it?
Bob Guccione Jr.
Yeah, exactly. This guy, Bob Guccione Jr., you know the guy who owns Penthouse, Bob Guccione?
Yeah.
And, of course, basically doesn't talk to his son anymore? Well, Bob Guccione has this son, Bob Guccione Jr. And I went out to dinner with him once. He came to my house. He used to call me over and over and over again constantly.
He was trying to offer you to write articles in his magazine.
Yeah.
He was always calling you, let's just get together.
So we got together one time, and we go out, me, my wife, him, and this new girlfriend of his.
Yes. The girlfriend of the week.
Yeah, and him and his girlfriend are just sitting at the table with me and my wife, and him and his girlfriend are just making out.
You didn't even talk. You watched him make out.
Yeah, I mean, the guy just made out the whole time, which to me is like the most obnoxious move you can do.
So uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, the guy had a new girlfriend. They're kissing at the table, tonguing.
If they need to be all over each other that much, they don't need to be with other people.
Yeah, it was just obnoxious, and it was just, and quite frankly, the guy was really dull.
Yeah. Didn't have anything to say. That's why he's got... Never mind.
So he got on the air. That's why he's got a magazine nobody reads. So anyway, I got on the air, and I said basically it was a crummy night, and I haven't really spoken to him since.
You really haven't even exchanged hellos?
No. He writes me notes and stuff and comments and things and just says hello, and every once in a while he would call me afterwards to get together. And then he would call Gary all the time trying to get booked on our show, and I'd said no. I said, because who cares about Bob Guccione Jr.? I got to worry about... Yeah, I mean, I got to worry. Then he would call me all the time. He got a show on CNBC, and he'd call me at least once a month and say, would you do my show? And I said no. Okay? So our friend Chauncey Hayden, who writes that free magazine?
Stepping Out.
Yeah. He interviewed Bob Guccione Jr., and he said, what do you think of Howard Stern?
Don't tell me he's now bad.
Yeah, now listen to this. Yeah, listen to this.
You're kidding.
No. Howard Stern is, of course, an egomaniac. I'll try to be a little more profound. He is a gigantic joke. He doesn't realize that the world is laughing at him, not his exaggerated sense of adult humor. Like he would know what anyone is doing. Socially, his value is that he is the joker, just as in medieval times when jokers amused the court by being the fool. Howard is the fool. He's so self-obsessed and bitter that he can't love. I don't mean his wife and kids. I mean loving society and humanity. Listen to this guy.
If you don't go out to dinner with him, you don't love humanity?
Yeah, all of a sudden I've changed because and then he goes, so he is in fact our version of the fool. Except that in 1994 we have radio and satellite, so the fool gets broadcast outside the court to the people, and I don't think Stern knows that. I think that we think that he's a genius.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, well, Bob used to tell me I was a genius all the time. It's a good thing I didn't let it go to my head. I used to like Howard a lot, and I knew him very well. He didn't know me very well. He went out to dinner with me once.
He listened to the show a lot.
Yeah. What a dickhead, stupid jerk.
Maybe twice, and he listened to the show.
What a dumbass. I used to like him a lot, and I knew him very well. You didn't know me very well. You got to speak to me on the show once or twice. And you went to dinner with me once, and you sat there and made out with your girlfriend, and I told you what a jackass you are. In fact, I used to see him a lot, and I watched him grow and grow and grow, and during that period, you would think he raised me.
Really? Is he your father?
And during that period, I thought, you're growing, but there's no real substance. He has the ability to be a great commentator, but instead he just becomes a greater fool. Look who's talking.
Yeah.
Talk about king of the fools. Bob Guccione Jr. is the king of the fools. What's the matter? Dad's money not good enough for you? What a dick. He's got a magazine because his father put up the money. Spoiled brat. Just because you won't play with him, he's got to badmouth you. And I like all these guys. They don't have a bad word to say about anybody except me. That's where they become brave. Sinead O'Connor, he's talking about what a great artist she is. Courtney Love. I really like Courtney. And, yeah, he likes a woman like that. She seems like a real stable person.
Well, maybe she goes out to dinner with him.
Yeah. Maybe she takes his phone calls. Here's a guy, up until, I'd say, a couple of months ago, was calling me every month to be a part of his radio show, or whatever that is, TV show.
Radio and television.
Radio and television show. Begging me to be in his magazine, begging me to write in his magazine, begging me to go to dinner with him, begging me to see him, begging me to have him on the show. Yeah. But now, because we've rejected him for the straight 10 years, my close friend, Bob Guccione Jr. has to badmouth
who raised you.
Yeah, who watched me grow and grow and grow. Yeah, gee, thanks, Bob. I didn't grow up a fortunate son, my friend. I didn't grow up in a privileged household.
Yeah, you didn't get to be educated in England.
Yeah, sorry, pal. We all can't be as bright as you.
You had so much money.
And trust me, douche, if you didn't have your father's money, you wouldn't be able to have magazines with articles nobody reads. For the first time ever, I feel sorry for his father, Bob Guccione Sr.
Well, when you said Bob Guccione Sr. and Jr., I said, now there's a father who's sorry he gave his son his name.
Yeah, I mean, I never understood giving a kid your name.
Yeah.
But I was talking to some dude, real Catholic kind of guy. And he says to me, if I ever have a son, I would give him my name.
Why?
Only if, when I saw him, now listen to this.
Okay.
If I felt he had attributes that were like me.
Ah.
I said, wait a second.
How
You
you
could look.
tell that at
Yeah,
birth?
exactly. I said, you could look at an infant. He says, well, if I look at, you see, it's a very big ego thing to name your son.
Absolutely.
Because these guys just don't get, they look at the baby first. And I guess if it has all its fingers and toes and doesn't look too retarded, you name it, you know.
Right. Yeah, if not, you wait for the next one.
Yeah.
Because I always look at my brother as Charles Jr., and I'm like, why?
Why? Why does that
He
name?
doesn't even have his own name.
Yeah, why does that have to continue? And they don't even call him Charles, they call him Junior.
Junior. He doesn't have a name.
All right. He has no
can't call
identity.
it, you say Charles, my father answers.
You know what's
Aren't you a junior?
Yeah, I'm a junior.
Yeah.
But what's weird is when there's a family, I guess maybe this is ridiculous, but when the first kid isn't the junior, but the second kid is, it's like
It's weird.
the first
Why?
one didn't make the cut or something.
Yeah.
That's exactly it, Jackie. Your father looked at the first one and said, nah, he can't have my name.
Right. Isn't that weird?
I'll wait.
Yeah, because evidently you look at the baby, according to guys who do this, because I can't relate to it, I would never name, you know.
I would think if you're going to do it, like I was the first kid, and bingo. You know, you'd think that if you're going to do it, it's because you just want your name to go on or something.
Were you the first kid?
Yeah.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were like the second.
No.
Oh.
But it
I didn't know
does
what she was
happen.
talking about. I thought maybe after 10
But
years she had an idea who was in my family.
No, he just said, what did he just say?
He just said he was the second
Oh,
one.
boy.
No,
Forgive me for listening to you.
Did he
I
just
said it's weird.
It sounded a tad confused.
Yeah, all right. Jackie, better you don't
Go
talk.
back to sleep, Jack.
You're a good writer. You're not a good talker. He did say that. I said, oh, that's fascinating that he was the second one. All right, just be quiet.
Give it one more try.
No, I'm not talking to him.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's got that much energy.
Yeah, I can't sit and decipher what Jackie's saying.
Maybe he's close.
What?
He talks in
Maybe he was
hieroglyphics.
close this morning.
Yeah, anyone who was listening knows that Jackie just said he was the second born and got the name of his father. That's exactly what I got from it.
He is so confused, he doesn't know what he's saying.
I know. He's really good sometimes, but and then sometimes he's completely off. When he gets on the air, he gets confused.
I think if he makes sense, it's an accident.
Let me go back and pull the tape.
And you're really a
Let me go
smart
back and
guy.
Pull the tape.
Pull the tape.
Go back, pull the tape, Scott. Pull that tape. Pull that tape.
How come 3 people think you said that, Jackie?
Yeah. All right, we're getting sidetracked. Jackie, something happens to you on the air. You can't think straight.
You're lying. You look at me in the eye and you're lying.
I swear, that's what I thought you just
I
said.
said it's very weird when a family has a kid and the second kid gets named after
You
the
said
father.
you were the
I
second
never
kid.
said, and you
Robin.
know that's not true.
You said you're a junior and you're the second kid.
I'm a junior, and then you started this story about, but it's really weird when the first kid comes along and they don't name him Junior, and then you come along.
Forget it. I don't want to get into what Jackie said. I was doing a rap about being named after your father.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was doing a rap about Bob Guccione Jr., who's a little turd, who I can't stand the sons of rich guys. I never have and I never will, and I can't stomach that guy. And I don't want him as a guest on my show, and he took it real personal, that's all. And I think his magazine sucks. It's a Rolling Stone wannabe.
Yeah, I mean, he's tried to get you in a number of times. He wanted you to be in some swimsuit issue.
He wanted me to write a column about the FCC, and I don't really...
He even offered you the cover.
You know, and I was really nice about it. I called the guy back and I said, I got to explain to you something. I don't want to write about the FCC. I don't want my career to be the FCC. And he's like, well, you must challenge the authority. I go, you know what, douche? I got to work for a living. I don't have a father who's rich. You don't understand something. I got a whole thing going on here with the FCC and the government. And I really don't feel like risking it in your stupid magazine. I'll write about it in my book. Excuse me, okay? I don't want to write in your magazine for free. I have to work for a living. I get paid for what I do. I don't have a father who's rich.
And it's important to get paid for what you do.
Yeah,
because you don't have a trust fund.
Yeah, I don't have a father to go back to and make up with, and then he'll give me a lot of money. Dick brain. So the guy can't handle it. And I've told him 1,000,000 times that he can't come on our show anymore.
Well, when were you so close? I got to figure out how he...
Because I went to dinner with him one time. I let him come over to my house. Second he got out of his car, he was with a girl that was 20,000 times way too good looking for him. She was a gorgeous, gorgeous girl.
So he tried to eat her that night.
Yeah, he was eating her that night. I took him out to a seafood restaurant, which I was really gracious. I paid for the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
and, although he's the one with all the money. And barely a thank you. He comes out in one of these old jalopies like he can't afford, like he's into like poor things.
Oh, boy.
Like dressing like he's poor.
Yeah.
And dressing like, and then driving an old jalopy. You know how like hippies get into these old cars?
Right. Was it fixed up or was it just
No,
old?
it was all old. It was like an old one of those Cadillacs with
a rag top?
Rag top, and it was convertible, and him and the young girlfriend. And the girlfriend was obviously someone who either worked at the magazine or, then he just says, I'm Bob Guccione Jr. And she was like, this was a guy, this is not a good-looking kid. This is a guy, a really odd-looking guy. And he's got this girl that's way too good-looking for him. And why does he have it? Because of his daddy. Because of Dad.
I mean, they were so in love that night that 3 weeks later when you talked to him...
They broke up.
He wasn't even with her.
Yeah, he was on to the next one. But I'm the fool in the court jester. And he's already decided I can't love society.
He's had such deep philosophical discussions with you. I'm just amazed. I don't know when these happened.
But he could pick up some bitch, do her over and over again, and dump her off onto the side of the road. But I'm the one who has trouble loving humanity. I love guys who love humanity, but they can't love people.
Right. They can't love individuals.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Just love individuals, and humanity will take care of itself. The people you come in touch with, you be nice to.
Yeah.
See if you can get along with your dad who provided you with everything. You skeeve. I love reading comments from little rich kids about who I am and who I love. He can't embrace humanity. He runs an AIDS article. He thinks he's embracing humanity.
He can't love.
What a dink. Yeah. I love these guys. And, of course, Sinead O'Connor he loves, and Courtney
Probably
loves.
never met her.
Yeah, those are the people he loves. Those are the people he idolizes. Me, I take him to dinner. He hates me.
I told you not to be nice to him.
Yeah. He's a dickhead. And he feels so rejected by me because he's such a groupie. As Gary said, he was stalking you.
Oh, yeah.
He was calling here every morning, trying to get on the show, calling me to get on his show, calling me to write in his magazine. And this stupid dink, hey, why doesn't he call in? Now I'll have him on the show.
I was going to say, he's just made himself interesting again.
Yeah, now he's interesting to me. Hey, John, get me Bob Guccione Jr. Let him face me like a man.
Good fight today.
Yeah. Don't talk behind my back. Say it to my face. I'd like to talk to you about it.
I wonder why it is, though, that a lot of people will mention you in magazines and say disparaging things about you.
People love to disparage me. I open up the Daily News today. They go, Howard Stern's ratings slipping. So I go, this is interesting because we just had our biggest radio ratings ever. Mm-hmm. And it's about how I went on Donahue, and I didn't beat Oprah and Geraldo. Donahue is like typically getting a 2 rating now. He shot up to a 5 with me on. But I didn't beat... It's the Donahue show, and I didn't beat... In other words, now it's no longer Donahue show. It's my show. I knew I couldn't win doing that. I knew it.
Well, it's just incredible to me. No one else gets rated.
No. I've never seen...
Dustin Hoffman, if he's doing
The Tonight Show
for a movie,
yeah,
they don't give him ratings.
They just, well, Dustin Hoffman's ratings are slipping.
Yeah.
I love that. I just went on Letterman about a month ago, and the guy got the highest rating, bigger than Madonna, that he's ever gotten. But my ratings are so big.
Nobody wrote about it.
Nobody wrote about it. No, my ratings are slipping. This sucks, man. And I take all this stuff so personally about ratings and all that stuff. That's why I'm getting out of it. After the movie, that's it. I'm done. That's the capper to my career.
Well, now you're retiring from everything.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'm gonna go work. If you'd like to come with me, we're gonna go to a small station in Kansas. And it's gonna be a no pressure morning show. You're gonna read the news the whole damn morning, and I'm just gonna go,
Oh, no pressure for you.
Yeah. And Fred, you couldn't do whatever it is you do because there seems to be no pressure on you.
Couldn't you do this in Kansas as well as here?
And Jackie, you can come too.
All right. Even though you're a junior.
Well, Jackie will be a great screenwriter, so it doesn't make a difference.
But he loves those wide open spaces, so he'll follow it.
Yeah, smoke corn. Yeah.
It was funny because I didn't tell you. I saw you on HBO this weekend. They did a special. They have some kind of People magazine show, and so they recapped the worst and best dressed list.
Oh, was I on that?
And you were the only one who actually they stopped and had make a comment.
What'd they say?
Well, they started talking about how, of course, they thought you dressed in a strange manner.
Yeah.
So the commentator comes on and says, Howard, just, if you're going to live, people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, is what she said. So since you're always getting on everybody else's case, I guess, you shouldn't throw stones because they're looking at you.
Who cares?
And you don't look so hot.
Let them look. I've never said I look hot.
And then you came on.
Yeah.
I was wondering, did you sit down for an interview with anybody?
No.
Well, you came on and you were saying something to the effect that, I'm a big target. So if you're going to be out there and you're going to be outspoken, you've got to expect this kind of stuff to come back at you.
Really? No, I didn't do it. I'm sure I was commenting on something completely different.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. But I said, did he actually sit down and talk to
They
him?
just fabricated an answer. Because I would have said to her, hey, listen, you bitch. Why don't you suck it?
Oh.
That's what my quote would have been. But, of course, they didn't ask me for a quote.
I see.
They pulled a Dickie Goodman on me. They just took a clip from something else and put it on the air.
Because I thought, wow, did he actually talk to them?
No. Hey, if anybody knows Bob Guccione Jr., why don't you give him a call right now? Wake him up out of his slumber. And,
Gary doesn't have his number anymore?
I don't think so. Gary's not in this morning anyway. Stuttering John is producing.
No.
Yeah.
He's not answering.
That's the thing that's got me most nervous. Oh, he's not answering?
Nah, I tried a couple times.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a machine on or anything.
No?
No.
No, it's too cool. Machine,
His magazine refused to do a story on me, too.
But why do you say two? He's the one. No. His magazine asked me to do stories.
No, I know. I'm saying. But
no, why do you say two? Like I'm included in that.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
What did you mean?
I just meant that he's, in addition to your story.
Oh yeah. I unlike you. Oh, forget it.
No. I understand.
Are you gonna be able to handle the show today? The FMEs and everything.
Yes, everything's on the
All
show.
right.
What is that hat he's got on? Take that hat off.
It's Scores. He's got a strip club hat. What'd you do? Oh, because you cracked your head open, didn't you?
No,
You're trying to hide it from me. Look at it. He's got a big gash in his forehead.
Actually, this is called, not showering, so.
What'd you do to your head?
I banged it against the door.
Why don't you shower, man?
Because, I didn't shower.
And look how gross your facial hair looks. And look how gross my facial hair looks.
Well, you are looking a little disheveled.
I'm going over to see the director of my movie today, and he wants
Do you
me...
have to have this part, too?
Well, I just think it looks better with this part. At least, here's the deal. They want me to grow my bad mustache for when, the years that I had the bad mustache.
Yeah.
So I figured, well, as long as I got to grow a bad mustache, I'll grow the little goatee part, because that's, like, cool.
Oh.
That's what everyone's doing.
But you'll have to shave it when it's time to film.
Right. I'm going to look real bad for the next 2 months.
Everybody keeps writing me and telling me how good you look. Women are constantly telling me.
Well, ladies, get ready to see me look bad.
That you are handsome.
Even my mother.
And they don't know what you're talking about. In fact, remember I was telling you about Angela who sat back there and watched the show for an hour? She said, everybody looks beautiful on the show. Tell Howard he looks beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
How's she look?
She's very attractive.
Is she? Yeah, send her over. Everyone's suddenly finding me attractive.
So stop putting yourself down.
All right, I will.
My mom was saying how attractive you looked on Donnie.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Yeah. Come on, you kidding me?
Yeah, she dug it, huh? Your mom's not bad. I do your mom. She's Swedish. I've never had a Swedish broad.
She'd have that accent for you.
Imagine I had sex with your mother, Stuttering John.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, I need some Danish meat.
Yeah.
She probably would.
She'd probably do me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Probably horny.
Yeah,
wooden shoes in bed.
Yeah.
She's just a little groupie for you. She doesn't fit to bed.
I could come back and go, hey, John, I just nailed your mother.
She's got D cups.
There you go.
At least John knows what his mother's breasts look like for him.
Yeah, at least he's looked.
I saw him as a kid.
My mother's look like Danish hens, too.
Hey, I got to take a break. Ooh, I just cut a fart. Ooh, boy.
Wow.
You smell that?
I never smell your farts.
Go smell
I bet you'll smell this one. It's going to make... Here, wait.
I bet you he smells so bad he can't smell you.
Hey, John stinks.
No, I don't.
It's an improvement.
I don't ever smell them. You always say they smell bad, but I've yet to smell one fart.
Yeah.
I've been here for 6 years.
It's very rare. They get trapped back then.
Yeah, this one you guys are going to catch a whiff on.
Sometimes they permeate.
How do you like that Bob Guccione Jr.? What a dick.
And he won't call now.
Yeah. Because he's a pussy.
He's scared.
Well, I'm hoping Chauncey calls us, so maybe I'll just have a different home number.
Good.
You don't think that was calculated just to get you to...
No, I think that he's really hurt that I don't have him on the show. He's so delusional.
He's hurt.
Oh, he's very hurt. He's so delusional. He thinks he's like a big name. His father is a name. I would interview Bob Guccione any time.
You know what? You know what's interesting? Because I guess it was maybe about a year ago. I was in a restaurant and I saw him, and the first thing he said was, "Tell Howard to call me."
Yeah. And what's weird about it is he thinks he's so delusional. I'll tell you how out of it he is. He thinks he's a celebrity because his name is Bob Guccione Jr.
Right.
He's the son of Bob Guccione.
Just because he was born and he happened to have the luckiness of having the sperm of Bob Guccione.
He's accomplished nothing. He's done nothing on his own. He's not a name, and he thinks he's famous. And to a degree, he is because his father is.
Well,
but he's not.
But it's not for any particular reason.
So, for what possible reason would I bring him on this show and bore my audience with him?
The only reason you know his name so well is because his father has worked so hard.
Yeah, I mean, I did have him on the show once or twice because I thought it was kind of interesting to find out how he got laid, being Bob Guccione Jr., and like what it was like growing up at his dad's house.
Right.
Which is interesting, and he would get annoyed with me.
And the only other thing you wanted was for him to bring his father in.
Right. And I said, hey, let's go to your father's house and see his gold toilet. And he was like, oh, my father and I don't get along. Yeah, you don't get along as long as he's supporting you.
He couldn't even take it to Dad's house.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand that he's interesting because of the situation, not because of him.
Not because of him. So when I would say to him, you can't be on the show anymore.
Why?
I said, that's it. You're played out. We interviewed you about your father.
Yeah.
That's why you're famous. He can't face it. So then he kept calling and trying to get me involved with his magazine. He kept calling and basically I didn't return his calls because what am I going to say? After a while, it became ridiculous.
Why did you go out to dinner with him?
He had been hounding me for so long. I mean, you know what it is when there's an obsessed fan. Sometimes you think they'll go away if you just give in. You know,
That's
like a woman.
the wrong thing to do.
You know, like a woman who's in the middle of being raped and she has to make a decision: do I fight back or do I just spread my legs and try to make the best of it?
So you just went along, huh?
Yes, I spread my legs. I figured, let me just see what happens. And I said, okay, what the hell?
It'll be over faster this way.
Yeah, and my wife's always screaming she wants excitement, So I said, okay, here's excitement. You'll go with Bob Guccione Jr. And the both of us were nauseous. Bob appeared not to have showered for a while.
Oh.
And the girlfriend, I don't know what the story was, and the two of them were all over each other making out. And it was just like, I mean, when I say making out, they were practically doing it on the table.
So,
but I'm the buffoon.
He didn't even talk to you.
Yeah, this is a guy who has zero class. Zero. And he's commenting on me? How dare he comment? How dare you? Get him on the phone. I want to talk to this guy. I haven't talked to him in 5 years. He calls Gary all the time. When will Howard do me magazine? When will Howard do me show? When will Howard get me on the show? When will Howard comment on Spin? When will Howard write a guest article on the FCC?
He wants you on a CNBC show, too, right?
Yeah, he wants to be on that show. But then he badmouths me.
Well, it's because you said no to him. He's not used to that. Daddy never says no.
That's true. Usually Dad can buy him friends.
Scorned.
Why don't we take a break?
Maybe we can find him.
John, find me him. Right after these words. Who is that? Is that Tool?
Stuttering John.
That's Stuttering John? Stuttering John's got a good record out, but...
Wait a minute. What song is that?
This isn't Stuttering John, Fred.
That's what it says on the card.
No, this is not Stuttering John.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Stuttering John doesn't use keyboards.
Then maybe it is a mistake, man.
John, that wasn't you, was it?
It says Stuttering John.
I don't care who it says. That ain't Stuttering John. I know his album.
I do too, and I don't recognize that.
That's his album. I got to go buy another copy. Who was that?
That was John.
That is Stuttering John?
Yeah, he had given me all the tracks instrumental only.
Is that your song that was just playing?
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh.
Yeah, he gave me all the. On another show. He gave me all the beds without the vocals, so you probably heard something that you didn't hear when
it was good.
With the album.
Check it again.
All the beds are real good.
Let me talk to this woman on the phone. She's very upset. Hello? 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 Wait. Hello?
Hello?
What's your problem? Now, don't be stupid with me.
Very cute.
This is a woman. What is your problem?
Mediocre humor.
By who? Me?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment.
That's not crossing a borderline. But
let me tell you how dumb you are. You are so stupid because
Wait a minute. Nobody even knows why she's upset.
What's the difference?
Thank you.
She didn't even hear what I said. She is so... What were you, date raped? Were you date raped?
I called up because when I heard you expressing that little analogy about when a woman is being raped and she's in the middle of it and she's not sure whether to fight back or spread her legs.
Yeah. What is wrong with that? Isn't that let me ask you something.
Look, I spoke to your associate producer and I said, you're just using this as a venue to
No, you know what it is? You're a person who listens to the radio but doesn't have the brain power to hear what I'm saying. When you are a woman who is raped, you have two choices. You can fight back or you can just lay back. There's no other two ways to react. Do you know of a third way? What do you do?
You know, it's very funny, but your form of host showing is...
You know what it is? Here is
verbal masturbation.
Oh.
Hello.
You're so stupid. What is it? That's it.
You want to hear what happened?
You don't even listen. Here's someone who listens to this show on a regular basis. And if you mention the word rape, I'm not promoting rape. I'm saying if I felt like a raped woman, I said. I had two choices of ways to behave. It has nothing to do with this woman's situation. And she's so anxious.
I feel like I'm laying down and spreading my legs just listening to you talk.
Oh, aren't you so? What happened? Tell me what happened to you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was 16.
Yeah.
I was new in the city. I had gone to a movie with someone I met at a party.
A guy, obviously.
He was 30 years old.
16 and 30. Okay.
I didn't know he was 30. He said he was 25, and when you're 16, you're not.
All right, that's okay. That's irrelevant. Go ahead. Let me just say something.
Wait
go
a
ahead.
second.
Go ahead.
Because this is hard. Okay. I had never been on a date before. I was a little dancer training at a ballet school and had been pretty sheltered.
So you really good looking?
And anyway, so we went by to his apartment to get a jacket and more money because we were supposed to go dancing. And that's where it happened.
Yeah, so why do you have a problem with what I said? Am I correct? Did you either fight back or you had to just lay there, right?
This person drugged me and put something in my orange juice.
Yeah, but what does that got to do with what I've said? I mean, I feel bad what happened to you.
No, it's
I'm not promoting rape.
It's just that
you know what it is? You wanted to talk to me.
No.
You want to talk to me.
A lot of the women, I don't really want to talk to.
No, you needed someone to talk to.
Line.
No, I didn't cross any line.
I've been able to express my problems with appropriate people, not with Howard Stern.
No, but you don't. But Robin, am I out of line here?
I'm totally confused. I don't know why she's upset.
I'll tell you
no
why.
one does.
Because you know what? Well.
All right, tell me why you're upset. Tell me why you're upset.
When you've been in that position. All right, and don't make a cute comment.
I'm not. Did I make a comment?
We're listening to you,
Howard.
When you listen to him, they have nothing to say.
When you've gone through that, and you hear someone say, you know, when a woman's in the middle of being raped, she doesn't know whether to spread her legs.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said, did I? You know that's not what I said.
Howard, that was close enough.
No, I'll tell you exactly what I said. I know what I say, unlike you.
Oh, please.
I was talking. Unlike you, I know what I've said.
Look.
But look, excuse me.
I wasn't born with your slick salesmanship. Right?
No. I wasn't born with it either, darling.
Believe me, I know.
Let me tell you something.
You'd be better in used cars.
You were raped at 16 years of age, and it's a horrible thing. But don't take it out on me.
I'm not taking it out on you, Howard. I just think that when you cross the line and a woman doesn't know...
I didn't cross any line.
To say...
You just hear the word raped, and you want to call in.
When a woman is being raped and she doesn't know whether to fight back or...
That's not what I said. I said... what did I say, Robin?
You said she has to decide whether to fight back or lay back.
Right. What's wrong with that?
You said spread your legs.
Yeah, spread your legs. What's wrong with that?
You don't understand?
If you are being raped, you have to assess the situation. Either you fight back or you have to spread your legs.
And you see nothing with reaffirming that.
Reaffirming it?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean reaffirming it?
Oh.
What do you do? Did you when
you guys are like not at all up on what the suggested thing
No,
to
you
do is,
are
especially for young
confused.
people now.
You are a confused woman.
Now we're supposed to know what we're supposed. What are you talking about? We're supposed
and
to
as
be
a
doing
woman,
rape
I'm so
education
surprised you laughed at him for that.
Oh, please, I don't have your problems, okay?
Yeah,
I find what he said funny.
And it's pathetic to think you guys get paid for this.
So if I talk about...
The nice thing is I have the choice and I don't have to listen.
You know what's funny? Here's a woman...
Wait a minute,
No, that's good.
God.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Here's a woman who's listened to the show probably for years.
Yeah, and now we hit her subject.
So we said the word rape. It had nothing to do with any context of saying, hey,
you
go out and rape some...
promoting rape, you weren't doing anything.
No.
You were just saying there's a moment where you have to decide.
She heard the word rape, and that was like, okay. And believe me, she's still going to listen. She has nothing else to listen to.
Can't stop.
Yeah. But she's dopey. She's a dope.
Well, let's say reactionary.
She's a dope. Let's face it, she's low on brain power. But this is what I have to deal with in my life. Listen, I broadcast to a lot of dopes. I don't know who I'm broadcasting to. There are many intelligent people listen every day. They listen to what I say.
And she doesn't understand that there are two actual responses to rape.
Yeah.
Either you fight like hell, or you just say, if I just lay here, it'll be over soon.
No, she thinks that if the word rape is used by me, therefore I am making jokes about rape.
I see.
You know, it's absurd. Listen, I can't evaluate the IQ of my audience. There is the nitwit factor. There are people who listen to the show and have no clue what I'm talking about. They're not as smart as we are. And when I say we, it's all the people who understand what I'm saying.
You know what I also think is interesting? As a woman, I'm not supposed to find it funny. Like, men and women men would find it funny to be raped.
Right.
And women are not supposed to. You didn't say anything about it being funny to be raped.
You know what the scariest thing is? She's not the stupidest of our listeners. She is nowhere near the bottom of the barrel. There are so many people listening on different levels.
She ought to just realize that she can't handle that subject.
Like Bob Guccione Jr. is stupider than her. He doesn't get that this is a comedy show. We're here to make people laugh, not to sit there and make social change.
Right, you're not there just to stroke Bob Guccione.
Yeah. We're not there for his personal agenda. Some people might want to tune in and hear something funny. Dickhead.
Oh, goodness.
Listen, I'm almost out of the business anyway, so it doesn't make a difference to me.
You're getting sick of everybody.
I'm sick of everyone. Listen, how many times I have to stand back in the office all morning and explain to Fred the jokes I just made? Gets all upset. Again, I will reiterate what I've said. Forget it. I'm not going to reiterate. Sorry, if you don't get it, you don't get it.
Totally out of context now. It wouldn't make any sense.
Right. It would only sound bad. All right, I got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words with your phone calls.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah, thank you.
Here's Howard.
Thank you. Yes, we have a couple more FMEs to finish off today. John, in other words, I don't want you sitting here right now. You can just...
you want me to hang out?
Not right now.
Okay.
All right, I'll call you when I need you.
Okay.
Okay. Stuttering John producing the show today with in boy Gary's absence.
Oh.
Yes. It's my birthday, too.
Good for you, man. That shows you it's your gift. Go ahead. Take off your headphones and leave.
All right.
He never lets you forget his birthday.
Did you see this in the paper?
What?
Judge Ito, of course, on the O.J. Simpson. Did you see this?
No.
He's talked about me again.
Oh, no.
This is great.
And he's still not in front of a camera.
Judge Ito zings Saturday Night Live and Howard Stern.
What did he say this time?
Okay. Oh, Judge Lance Ito. Rance. Judge Rance Ito may be serious about possibly banning cameras from the O.J. courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a wisecracking critic when it comes to spoofs of his own performance. And then he goes on to talk about Saturday Night Live has been spoofing him for 2 weeks.
Yes.
He says the show's parody of him was not bad, Ito conceded, but Saturday Night Live hasn't been funny for 10 years. He also had a message for radio shock jock Howard Stern, who has regularly lampooned the jurist. I'm going to send Howard an autographed picture, and I'm going to write on it, Howard, enjoy the show, just don't get arrested in L.A.
Oh, that's a threat.
So Judge Ito must really be a big fan.
I guess so. He must be listening all the time to these obnoxious remarks you make.
Well, hey.
What's he doing with headshots?
I don't know. How come he has headshots? Well, I think
he must be an actor, too. Judge/actor.
I think all the judges out there have headshots. It's Los Angeles, just in case it's work,
Everybody has a headshot.
Yeah, toll takers have headshots.
Everybody is a /actor.
I mean, you see Steven Spielberg coming through that toll, you give him a headshot. Headshots are weird, too, because now people send them to me because I'm doing a movie and people want to be in my movie. And I just throw them in the garbage because who cares about a headshot?
I don't know. What do you get from that?
You don't get a thing. Everything comes down to auditions. That's Entertainment Tonight is interviewing me today because we're holding the auditions for Little Howard on Saturday.
Oh, yes. Are you going to be at some of the auditions? Have you decided?
I don't think so. No, I'm not. Because, first of all, the auditions are, like, serious. If I go there, it'll turn into a circus.
In fact, what you probably need them to do is weed it down. If they do need you, you don't want to look at 500 kids.
Yeah, I get sort of an approval on it,
But I'm just saying, you don't want to look at 500 kids. You just want to look at the best.
Yeah.
Of the bunch.
Yeah, when they decide who's good, like if John Avildsen tells me the guy's good, I'll probably think he's good, you know. So I don't want to sit there while they weed through, kids. Because I wouldn't know what I was looking for right now anyway. I'm too busy with the writing of this thing.
You're too close.
And the kid part is a pretty big part, actually. As it turns out, that's been expanded. It's going to be cool. I'm trying to expand it to the whole 90 minutes of the movie so that I won't have to even show up to shoot.
It could be a walkthrough or something.
But they need like a 6 to 8-year-old Howard, an 8 to 10-year-old Howard, and a 14 to 16-year-old Howard, and then I do the rest. You're going to be, I don't know what ages you cover. I started about 20. Well, you're going to miss 18? I'm getting a little long in the tooth to play 18. But you know what's funny? I look at pictures because I've been looking at tons of pictures of myself because Avildsen, when he directs, he has like all different. I think they've taken all the snapshots from my albums and stuff, and they put them up, especially stuff in my home life. And you look at me at 20, and I really do look older at 20 than I do now. Yeah, I can imagine. Because I just had that facial hair and the weird glasses. Well, I'm thinking back to your photos at NBC and DC 101 and stuff like that. You certainly look younger now than you did then. Yeah. And I think in a comedy, it's easier to play younger. Like, people accept it more. Even Woody Allen, as old as he is now, if he decided to go back and play Woody Allen at 18 and he looked the same, it'd be funny. You know what I mean? Because he's so goofy looking. Yeah. It'd be funny to see Woody Allen being an 18-year-old, but he looks exactly the same. I don't know if he could pull that off. Oh, it could with me. I think that's just funny. Fine. But anyway, with the transformation they're going to do with the hair and the mustaches and all that stuff, it'll look really odd. Yeah. So anyway, that's going on. When did you grow the mustache the first time? I think in college I cut off all my hair, so I grew a mustache. And so you had it since college? Yeah, and I had a girlfriend who said to me, that's what all guys do. When you cut off your hair, you grow facial hair. When you have no hair on your head, you grow facial hair. That's what you guys do. And I go, yeah, you're right, because every bald guy has facial hair. Mm-hmm. I've yet to see a bald guy who doesn't have some kind of beard or mustache. Like Scott the engineer has, well, not anymore. Now he has hair. Right. Thanks to men's hair now, but give him a plug. They give him great hair. So he got his face. Yeah, so he cleaned up his face. His hair's in the proper place now. But that's it, guys get insecure. And I know for me, I grew the mustache because I thought it made my nose look smaller. I know, that was all. You always have these theories about your nose. But Jackie once said to me, hey, it doesn't make your nose look small. In fact, you're underlining your nose. That was his famous quote. He goes, you're just underlining it. Look at this. It's not smaller. With emphasis. No. Yeah. It's a furry exclamation point. Yeah, why don't you just draw a circle around it? And I always remembered that. Did I really? Yeah. Shut up. I'm funnier than I thought I was. Look at him, he's laughing at himself. I know. In hindsight, he's laughing. It's funny, damn it. Damn it. That never gets old. Underlining the mustache. It's so funny. I was going to say exactly the same thing. He'll laugh for an hour now. He'll twitter. Yeah. Like a boiler. All right, very good. So, Judge Ito mentioning the show.
I guess he wants to. We have to have him as a guest.
Yeah. Well, he actually is here. Hi, Judge Ito. How are you?
Saturday Night Live, not funny 10 years.
Right. But this show is funny, right?
Apparently not bad. Mean that blow. You offend me. That means it's good.
Right.
Yeah, I like your show.
You like it.
Right. Yeah.
You like my show.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. In fact, I load it.
You what?
I load it.
Oh, you love it.
I load it.
You suck.
Load.
All right, very good. What is he saying?
I load it?
Rove it.
Judge Ito can't read.
I rub it. I got peripheral vision.
I rub it.
Yeah, hard to see other strands.
Yeah, and Chinese people can't say they're
L's.
Next time, Jackie, right up and down.
All right.
Your shirt's ready.
Also on the comedy front, last night a guy named Dennis Wolfberg died.
Yeah.
Who was a comic about 47 years old, and I remember
48, yeah.
And I had learned that he was ill a couple of days ago when Jackie told me, because Jackie knows all the comics.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and Jackie's always happy when comics are ill because that's one more slot that he could fill.
Yeah, he moves up.
Yeah, he gets all the gigs that the comic had.
Already made the call.
Already made calls. I've got all of Wolfberg's gigs.
I'll take all of the comedy folks.
Well, what was the story? He had cancer. He was sick for a while?
Yeah, some kind of skin cancer.
You knew him pretty well, right?
Years ago, I knew him fairly well because we worked together a lot.
He had some kind of skin cancer, this guy, Dennis Wolfberg.
Hey, skin cancer's not supposed to kill you.
Yeah, but I don't...
But it spread. I think it was one of those things where he ignored it, or after it went away into remission. I got different stories, but
Jackie's not clear on it, but he says he remembers Wolfberg always... Wolfberg was not a good-looking guy.
No.
He kind of looked like... Marty Feldman?
Right, he had the bulgy eyes.
Real bulgy eyes.
Yeah.
And... it was kind of funny on stage. It was almost disturbing on stage to look at.
Yeah, a lot of times I thought he was sick.
Yeah, me too. I thought he had
a thyroid
condition, yeah.
Or something.
Because his eyes would bulge out of his head. But Jackie says that, Wolfberg liked to always be tan because he felt it made him look better. Because Wolfberg lost his hair, right? He was kind of bald.
Yeah, he was
but
one
he
of the
wears
first people I
toupees.
ever knew that had implants.
Oh, he has implants?
I don't know. I never saw him.
I think he wears toupees now.
Well, maybe he used to wear toupees, but he had hair implants millions of years ago, like 1980 or something.
Yeah. He had real bad hair. But anyway, it was kind of funny. I mean, he's a comedian. He's not Clark Gable.
He was a funny-looking guy, so it works for him.
And wasn't he a school teacher, and then he became a comic?
He was a school teacher. It's funny because I was with him the day that he decided that he was quitting school and not going back that September.
Right.
Because we went to a gig and my car broke down. He wound up hitchhiking home, and he was like, trying to figure out if maybe he made the wrong decision.
Okay. Time to reeevaluate that decision.
Exactly. But
and he'd had some success. He was a good stand-up comic. In fact, I mentioned him in my book, and I said that, when I was quoting who was funny and who wasn't, rather a pompous little thing I did in my book.
Right, yeah, evaluating everybody.
I had to go back and read what I said about Dennis Wolfberg. I said he was sometimes funny, which was how I felt about him. There were times I saw him. I used to watch him, like, back in 1980, at Garvin's Comedy Club.
Down in D.C.?
Yeah, and a lot of his routines were really funny. And some of them just didn't grab me. So I always thought he was sometimes funny, which is a compliment because I'm so pompous and so insecure that I hate to admit that anyone's funny.
Big gift.
So it's a big gift when I say you're sometimes
really
funny.
Should have been proud.
Yeah.
To be sometimes funny.
Yeah, because my ego is so big that I can't admit that anyone's funny.
Sure is thrilled just to be on the page.
Well, I don't know about now.
Don't think he's feeling much of anything.
Right. But I always enjoyed him. It was always kind of neat to go see him play.
All I ever did was see him on TV, and those were his best routines, I suppose. I thought he was real funny.
Yeah, he was good. You going to the funeral, Jackie?
No, I don't know.
Now he doesn't know him. Now the truth comes out. He's always telling me how he knew Wolfberg.
Oh, please.
He had little kids.
He saw him passing through a door, as he was leaving. Jackie's coming in.
He's a great storyteller, and he's a very nice guy.
And he had little kids. I saw it on Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah, he just recently started having children.
Yeah.
It hasn't been that long since he got married and started a family.
Yeah, there's a guy who probably couldn't get laid a lot, right?
He actually did all right.
Did he?
Well, because he was very, very funny and very personable.
Yeah, so girls went for that?
He's like one of those weird-looking guys that made up for it with his personality.
Yeah, I'm a weird-looking guy who had no personality. Evidently.
I wasn't pointing fingers.
But you stayed out of the sun.
At least I had enough brains to stay out of the sun. Well, he's one of those guys. He was like a redhead, real fair. So when you're a redhead, you definitely, you'd stay out of the sun.
I guess so.
But he liked that tan because that's like me. I think sometimes I get, like, my glasses will make my nose look smaller, and he had a weird face. So you start thinking, oh, if I tan, maybe I'll get some girls.
Well, how's that going to change your face?
It somehow makes it, when you're darker, you somehow look better.
I'm trying to hide.
What?
It looks healthier.
Yeah, it looks like you're athletic or something.
Right.
Yeah, I know that vibe. I used to tan for a while. Nah, I don't care.
Now you just have them painted on.
Yeah. I just have Ralph make me up like I'm tan. Want to take some phone calls, or do I have to take a break, Fred?
Break.
Okay, break and then phone calls, and then FMEs. And a lot of other stuff, too, is going on today. I got some really...
Are we going to be able to complete Best Song Parody today?
Yeah. Today that'll be completed. And also, I got great tape here from Washington, D.C. We sent out a reporter to ask blacks why the hell they're voting for Marion Barry.
Yes, and
it's real good comedy.
Oh, okay.
People are going to really like it.
Hear why people are voting for
Wait
Marion
till you
Barry.
hear this tape, Robin.
We got the answer, folks.
You're going to go out of your mind. We got some scary comedy coming up later in the morning.
Right.
And we'll be back right after these words.
Let's return to the Howard Stern Show.
Okay, I want to take a few phone calls here. Jackie New Rave joke page Martling to order Jackie's comedy CD or cassette. It's $10 plus free shipping and handling. Special, buy two, get one free.
What?
Who knows? Call 1-800-323-KING. And this Thursday, October 6th at Rascals by the Shore in Ocean Township, New Jersey. For launchings and info, call 516-9221. Remember, 9221 is not a pay service. Jackie's special tribute to Dennis Wolfberg.
There's two numbers in there now?
But...
He's got a king number and a line.
There's all kind of things.
Same 800 numbers before. Just spell something.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. How many numbers can you give? I mean, my goodness.
He's a very important man in show business. Ever since Dennis Wolfberg died, Jackie now went up.
Somebody has to take up the slack.
All right.
Food chain.
Very good. Hey, before I get to the phone...
Standing by to take your call.
Before I get to the phone, we just got this fax. I have to read it to you. Robin handed it to me. It's great. We read you Bob Guccione Jr.'s comments. And now you have to hear this. Howard, you might find this interesting enough to pass on to your audience. I was at a Star Trek convention, which, of course, is funny in itself.
Yes.
Right. Star Trek convention. People go to it. And they dress up as characters.
When you start doing that, you know
you're a loser.
That your life is not worth living.
Right. You are. That's worse than going to like a Renaissance fair and dressing up in those cone hats.
The medieval outfits.
Hello there, me friend. How are ye?
I'm an out-of-work actor.
See a bunch of out-of-work actors at the medieval fair.
Running around jousting.
Yeah. You know who's got a really good article on that?
Who?
It's in her book, Meryl Marcotte, David Letterman's old girlfriend. She went to a medieval fair. She talked about what a retard she felt like. It's really a very cool book.
But the day you go to a Star Trek convention, it's over.
But at least the Renaissance actually happened.
Yeah.
Star Trek hasn't happened. It's a TV show.
It's a stupid TV show. You can sit there and watch it. Why do you have to actually go to a fair? Ralph is the guy who runs around with the tricorder.
Yeah, right.
Asking to be beamed up.
Oh, what is it? One of the characters from Star Trek just walked in. Ralph, what is it?
I've gone to those a few times.
Yeah, I know. You're a dickhead. But you're kind of like a loser.
You are a loser.
I don't dress up, though.
Yeah, at least he doesn't dress up.
He will.
He will.
It's scary, though, because some people dress up and they stay there all day. And
yeah, you know, like they have no life.
Like Romulans. Or
yeah, I like the guys. There's some guys who dress up like Romulans and learn the Romulan language.
Oh, yeah, they had a whole workshop.
Oh, they have they have workshops here, and you can learn Klingon.
Yeah.
And these people go around talking to each other.
But you know what kills me? Klingon. I mean, they actually go to the trouble of doing it. Like, you could be learning Spanish or French, and like actually...
real language that you could use with other people.
You could actually make money with it. I mean, you could become an interpreter. You could do something with it.
Or work in a bank in Miami.
Right. And launder funds.
And I mean, they're like big, fat, overweight guys dressed as Spock. You know?
Are they real ugly guys?
Oh, yeah, that's frightening.
And big fatsos dressed as Spock with the ears.
Yeah,
and
with the ears. And they
walk around with that Vulcan hand sign.
Oh, and they're just like buying the costumes, and, you know, nothing fits them.
And meanwhile, Leonard Nimoy hates himself for doing it.
Yeah. But the worst is those people who are so into it, they dress up as secondary characters, not regulars.
Yeah.
You know, they're dressing up as, you know, some guy who was on one episode.
Yeah. It's almost as bad as, like, going to Grateful Dead concerts and following them around the country.
And the really scary thing is that, they have guest speakers, like, I don't know, Captain Kirk will be there.
Yeah.
And
well, that's a big deal. Usually it's usually like one of the blondes that got to kiss Kirk.
It's like Worf or something. But anyway, they start asking him questions about the episodes, and their eyes just glaze over because they don't even know what these fans are talking about.
They're like, hey, you know what? I'm just here for the money, okay?
Right.
Don't bother me. So anyway,
even on those, because they have those little Star Trek shows on public access cable.
Yeah.
And they're really funny because there's always some big fat guy sitting there talking about the latest Star Trek news.
Yeah.
And the latest thing now is arguing about whether Captain Kirk is going to get killed off in the new movie that's coming out.
And they get really into it, and they start like
they're idiots.
They want to beat each other up. They start arguing who's a better captain, John.
And what do you do at the Star Trek conventions? Do you wait around? After you dress up as a Star Trek character?
They have like costume.
We ought to go to one just to see what's going. If we could go, if I dress up and no one recognizes me, I would like to observe.
Yeah.
You could dress up as a Klingon.
Yeah, right.
Big,
I'll be like Worf.
That's right. You can get that big thing on your head.
And I imagine no good-looking chicks come up to you and go, "Hey, Worf, how are you?" There's no good-looking girls there.
Would you like some Tranya?
What?
Would you like some Tranya?
What's Tranya?
That's that garbage they ate on the Star Trek in the early episodes.
Thanks for that, Billy.
Yeah.
Very funny.
I guess you'd fit into the convention.
Billy, have you been to a few of those?
Billy dressed up as Spock once.
So, are there any good-looking girls?
Actually, there's some hot chicks there every
really?
once in a while, yeah. Every once in a while.
There's got to be something wrong
you definitely...
with them.
Yeah, but they got to be retarded.
You definitely don't go there to meet girls.
What do they do? Like, are they dressed up too?
I don't know. They're walking around.
I think they hire them to just show up. So you know what it's like? It's like those 900 numbers, and you call up and it's a party line, but the girls are all shills.
Yeah, right.
They give you 2 or 3, and you think like, wow.
Wow, there's hot chicks here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what's going on.
You're probably right.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
They're paid.
But just think how America has so much free time that they can indulge themselves with Star Trek conventions.
And they're big. I mean, they have them all the time.
Because evidently all of the Star Trek people, aside from like, the major characters, have made a good living just walking around and...
Right, greeting people.
And they were afraid to make fun of the Star Trek conventioneers, like in interviews and stuff, because that's their whole livelihood. These idiots who dress up like them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they just want to say, get the hell away from
Yeah, but I mean, in their quiet hours at their homes, they're going like, oh, you should see all the retards I had to talk to today.
You got to remember that the original Star Trek wasn't on for that long, and it was a failed series.
Yeah, it was only on for 2 years.
Yeah, and it never got great ratings.
Yeah.
They're all wound tight.
Yeah, I know.
All of them.
So
Acme force field with those Spock ears on, walking up to you.
So this guy says when Uhura got up on stage, someone asked her if she was going to do the Howard Stern show. It wasn't enough for her to simply say, no, I don't care for Howard Stern and will not be going on his show.
Right.
No, she went into this huge speech about how she hated Howard. I wouldn't do Howard Stern anything, she said. She described him as a human sewer that degrades humanity. She then talked about how Star Trek works so hard to elevate human life, and a Howard Stern just degrades it. She also said that Howard should be put on an outpost in the farthest reaches of space. Oh, my. You know what's funny? Now, here's a woman who doesn't have a bad word to say about anybody. Hitler she could find redeeming value in. I mean, this is not a controversial woman.
But you?
I mean, William Shatner was a jerk-off to her, and she sat and lived with it her entire life, never opened her mouth once.
Now she is. But
yeah, now. Big deal.
It's all over now.
Yeah. Now it's like she's had 20 years of him ignoring her and not using her in anything, and there's no more Star Trek movies for her. It's laughable.
Something tells me she didn't like her sketch.
Yeah, the one we did on Channel 9.
Wasn't she supposed to be there that day?
Well, yes, she was supposed to actually be on that show. Never made it.
Good thing.
Had to get somebody to replace her.
That was the fun.
Anyway, I thought that's kind of funny. I'm going to take some phone calls. I got to take a break first.
Well, she's another one. She sits there. She was having an affair.
Yeah.
With the guy who created Star Trek.
Gene Roddenberry.
He was a married man.
Yeah.
She's having an affair with him.
Right.
And she says he was trying to get her to do threesomes. But you're a horrible human being.
Yeah, I'm a dick. Not a bad word to say about Gene Roddenberry. Here, look at it. Uhura lifts lid on sexy side of USS Enterprise. Star Trek boss tried to talk me into 3 in-bed romps.
Right.
So he's using her like a dog in bed to fulfill some kind of wacky sexual fantasies. They get a black chick and probably a white chick in bed, a salt and pepper thing going.
Yeah, meanwhile, he's got a wife and family at home.
Yeah.
She's not worried about that.
Never opened her mouth once. William Shatner is screwing her out of appearances. You know.
Won't write her parts.
Yeah.
Cutting down her lines.
But me, I'm a bad guy.
You're a dog.
I entertain people on their way to work. I'm a bad person.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Star Trek veteran Nichelle Nichols. Nichelle. That's a case of black people naming their daughter like a confusing name.
Uh-huh.
Like
instead of Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle. Michelle's the name that everyone accepts in America as Nichelle with an N. Nichelle. That's great. Yeah. You're going to be different. She has a passionate hatred for William Shatner in a shocking new book about life on the good ship Enterprise. Nichols, who played communications officer Lieutenant Uhura, talks about her wild flings with series creator Gene Roddenberry, Sammy Davis Jr., and Burgess Meredith. Oh, no wonder she's angry.
Burgess Meredith? Oh, yeah.
Isn't that like the guy from the Rocky movie?
That's
the penguin? Oh. Yeah.
Give me that tricorder. I'm going to take your reading. Or divide the loot.
That's who she's with.
No wonder she's irritated.
Yeah. I'm famous, but I'm with Burgess Meredith. What's that all about?
Wonder if he wore that long penguin nose in bed.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you with my nose.
What was her name? Uhura or Ohora? Nicole says the married Roddenberry tried to get her and his other mistress into bed for a kinky romp during the 60s. And now she says Shatner double-crossed her by exposing the affair. I feel completely betrayed by Bill, she says. So, like, but she was able to work with him.
Uh-huh.
I'm despicable. I go home to my wife and kids every night.
She doesn't want to do anything with you.
Yeah. I entertain people on the radio. I'm bad.
Yeah.
Gene Roddenberry's getting her in bed with Burgess Meredith she's sleeping with. About a year ago, Shatner called and asked if he could come over for a drink. When we met, he tried to pump me about Gene. Obviously, Shatner working on a book of his own.
Right, yeah. And he wouldn't even take her out for a drink. She had to supply the liquor.
I regard my relationship with Gene as something very special and private. Meanwhile, look at Gene. He's a big, bloated old fool.
He really didn't get good men.
No. She was hot, but she couldn't go for a regular black guy. She had to go out with all these rich white guys.
This guy looked like John Madden.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to see Gene Roddenberry to really appreciate.
Ouch.
The guy who developed Star Trek looked like a big, bloated, sausage-fingered John Madden.
Yeah, he was not an attractive guy.
Big, giant fingers.
And meanwhile, he's got mistresses.
Yeah.
You know, she wasn't his only mistress.
Yeah.
He had another one.
I regard my relationship with Gene as something very special and private, she says. Yeah, meanwhile, she's writing about threesomes.
And the 15 other girls.
Yeah. I loved and respected the man, and if anyone were to talk about our time together, I should be the one, not Bill Shatner.
Please.
As for Bill personally, I say with some regret and much hurt, this communication channel is now closed. She even talks like Uhura.
Ooh, boy, is that cold.
I like that she used to wear mini skirts on that show and had those big tree trunk legs and big ass, big full ass.
It was funny in the movies when she got really fat.
Yeah, yeah, and the belly.
And she still have the little skirt on.
The little skirt with the big belly and like tons of fat around the knees.
Yeah.
Well, you remember the last Star Trek where she had to go and be a little temptress?
Yeah.
And she was, they had her in so much cloth.
Is that the one where she sang?
Yeah, she was waving around all the wrongs.
And she had to distract all the guys. She's 100 years old.
Yeah. Right. At the screen.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, listen to this. Star Trek was her first job in television. She was nervous and really didn't want anyone knowing how green she was, which made her an extremely easy target for Gene Roddenberry's many practical jokes. While shooting on the set, she noted a creepy-looking guy with a big hook nose, who people told her was just one of the producer's relatives, and for her to ignore him. However, at one point when the guy pushed up against her, Nichelle writes, she was about to sock the guy when she realized it was Roddenberry, wearing a fake nose and a red wig. As the cast and crew laughed, she became interested in this man. Yeah, she found out who it was.
Right, he's the producer?
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's the creator of Star Trek? Okay. At the time, a little hindrance. Roddenberry was still married to his wife. For the sake of their children, when Nichelle says they started seeing more of each other, they, I don't know what they did. I guess they were quiet about it.
Yeah, he hid her away. He hid his little black mistress away.
Yeah.
This woman's nuts.
I know. Before her breakthrough role on Star Trek, Nichols was also a top singer-dancer who happened to catch, this is a funny sentence, who happened to catch the eye of Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah, there was only one.
He threw it in the audience.
They had a short and stormy love affair, but still managed to remain friends after it ended. So he was okay. He could just, screw her and dump her off, and he's a good guy. But for some reason, I'm a bad guy.
You know what your problem is? You haven't slept with her.
Yeah. All I got to do is put a big bozo wig and a hook nose. Well, I got a hook nose, so I got the bozo wig at home. I could just sleep with her, and then she'll
bump into her.
Yeah.
Show up on the set.
Anyway, we got to take a break, and then I'll take some phone calls, and then we got to do FMEs.
All right.
Okay? We'll be back right after these words. Let's take a few phone calls, Robin.
Okay. What happened with Pam Antonelli yesterday?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Thank you. I want to know. Did she get a job? Everybody's asking me.
Oh?
Hey, you're on the air.
Yeah, did you ever notice that...
I can't hear you. I don't know. Your phone is bad.
You can't hear me?
No. What kind of phone are you on?
I think it's the line.
Yeah, well. All right, quickly, just ask a question. I'm going to hang up on you.
Did you ever notice that your mother looks like Butthead?
Yes.
You did notice?
Yes.
It's true.
She looks like Butthead. You dick. I hope your mother dies in a plane crash. You son of a bitch. You rat bastard, Jack.
What was that?
What, my tirade or...
Yeah, because I couldn't hear what he was saying.
You don't talk about my mother, you skunk. You ever notice?
What did he say?
Said my mother looked like Butthead. You stupid bastard. Rat fink. Man, I'll make fun of my mother. You don't make... That's right, I told you about that. Shut up.
Your mother's upset about the person that could possibly play her in the movie?
Yeah. She's not sure about it. I said, well, you have no say in it anyway. Miami, you're on the air.
Hey, far out. Howard.
Yeah.
Great. Wow, millions of things to say to you.
Well, then say them because I'm about to hang up on you.
No, don't hang up. Listen. My friends think I, grew up under a rock, because I don't know who anybody is, And then I'm also addicted to running, because running's my thing, because I'm also obsessed with food like everybody else. So I'm running, and I'm flipping through the radio station, and I get your show. Never heard of you before. Sorry. So I start listening to you, and I'm listening to you every day, and you're hilarious. And I'm a surgeon, so we're doing surgery, and we're talking, and we're cutting out spleens and stuff, and we're talking about Howard Stern, and nobody can believe that I listen to you, because you're kind of weird,
All right. Well, that's a fascinating story.
But then there's this big argument about who's better, Howard Stern or Ron and Ron, Because in Miami, you compete with Ron and Ron.
Yeah, I compete all right. That's some competition. Now, let me tell you something. Darling, this is my problem when I go. The reason I syndicate my show is because of jerks like Ron and Ron who rip me off. They run down south, and they try to start a little network of their own. Those are two dickheads who try to act like I don't exist on the planet. They sit there and get tapes of me, I guess, and they listen to the material and try to be like me, except they sound like retards.
They're bad, aren't they?
Yeah, they're real bad, and I'm here to kick their ass like I'm doing in Orlando.
Why don't you talk to them? Why don't you challenge
And why don't
them?
you just be quiet? You're not even a surgeon. You're a tree surgeon.
I hope.
Don't tell me you cut up human beings.
No, I cut up dogs.
Oh.
Yeah, she's no surgeon.
Hey, that's a surgeon.
You're not even a veterinarian.
So, but
what are you? There's no way you're a veterinarian.
No, I am.
What are you?
I'm a vet.
What's your degree?
DVM.
What?
DVM.
GBM?
DVM. Doctor of Veterinary Medicine.
Thank you, Robin.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to school in Florida, University of Florida. Really? So I'm walking down the mall and I see...
Are you good looking?
Yeah, I'm okay. I have a very serious boyfriend, though. He likes you, too, but he's from New York, so...
Yeah, well, anyway, listen, don't annoy me by mentioning other names of guys who were praying I wouldn't come to Miami. You know, it's great. Ron and Ron are just a long laundry list of names of guys, Ron and Ron.
Well, everybody says that they're on their way out, and now everybody's all excited because you're on.
Yes, of course they're excited. Oh, I hate you. Of course they're excited. I hate going. You know what? I've been through this so many times. When we went on in Philadelphia, it was John DeBella.
Yeah,
when we went on in Los Angeles, it was the two goofballs, Mark and Brian, who have no ratings now. When we went on in Cleveland, it was Jeff and Flash. And the Cyclops, Lanigan. When we went on in Vegas, it was some other douchehead.
Who's gone.
In Rochester.
In Rochester, Brother Wheeze. You know, all these guys who have careers now because of me and what I do, and other stations going, can you be like Howard Stern? And none of them acknowledge it. None of them ever say that
they'll never give you credit.
No. But we know what radio sounded like before I got into it. So now when I go into Florida, I'm now competing with Ron and Ron who aren't fit to suck my, what? Toe. I got to use double entendre. Say stupid things. I'm so sick of it. So sick of it. Two nitwits who don't even deserve to be on the radio, who didn't have an original thought in their heads ever. Now suddenly they're there. And those two guys, they were the smartest of the bunch. They figured, well, down south, no one will ever hire me.
We can't get here.
So we'll be on down south.
But, surprise, surprise, we're there.
Surprise, we're on in Miami. You nitwits. You two jerk-offs. You are not fit to kiss me. To kiss my feet. They know it. Ron and Ron Show. Two guys pretending to be Howard Stern. Why don't they just call it Howard and Howard Show?
Why even change the name?
Ron and Ron Show.
Because their egos would have it that they have their actual names be known.
Two dinks. Ask Mark and Brian what it's like. Mark and Brian, and I like this. Ron and Ron Show is now syndicated. I like that.
Oh yes, they're going into other markets.
Yeah, they all. Of course, they never credit who dreamt all that syndication stuff up. For years, people in radio said you can't have a morning show that's syndicated because it's got to be local.
It'll never work.
Yeah. But now all of a sudden, even Mark and Brian syndicate, and the only place that they're doing well is Portland because I'm not there. And I will go to Portland for free. For $0. I'll pay you to put me on in Portland. I like being on in Miami for one reason.
Why is that?
There's a girl who lives there that I used to have a really big crush on, who only wanted to be my friend.
Is this the doctor?
Yeah. My friend Andrea.
Did we talk to her?
No, she won't come on the air.
She's another one.
She won't even talk to me hardly off the air. She didn't even want to give me her phone number. I have to call her at the hospital. I'm not going to call her. I don't know. I was really good friends with her for many years, and I always tried to get in her pants, and she rejected me.
She kept you as a friend.
Of course. She couldn't find anything redeeming in me. She used to tell me how funny I was, what a great personality I had.
Not redeeming. She couldn't find any
redeeming qualities.
Attractive.
Yeah.
Enough for her to give her your face.
And she went out with all these losers, and I used to beg her. Come on, let's do something. Come on, I'll be a great boyfriend for you. Howie, you're my friend. Nothing.
And now she won't even talk. What is the deal with that?
I don't know, man. I'm probably better looking than all her friends, too. But she used to think I was repulsive. I was the court jester. I'd go over her house, I'd pick her up, we'd go out to movies.
You took her places.
Took her places all the time.
So you were like the boyfriend when she had no boyfriend.
I was her friend. It was
but what I'm saying is, when she couldn't get a guy to take her out romantically, she'd go out with you.
Yeah. No, but she was my friend. Yeah, when she had a boyfriend, she was busy.
Right. She talked to you when somebody dumped her.
Yeah, friend.
Yeah, she
was really
on your shoulder, tell you all her relationship problems.
When we were little kids, when I was real young, we used to write to each other. Then when we got older, I used to pick her up in my car and stuff, and I'd go over her house. It was like real weird at her house because her mother wouldn't even let us sit on her bed because her mother had this thing about once the bed's made, it can't be messed up. And instead of a pillow, she had to keep like a wooden cardboard thing underneath her pillow.
Wow.
She had a cardboard pillow. So the bed would look fresh and tidy.
And perfect.
Yeah. She lived in a little dumpy house in Queens, and her mother was worried about the...
I love people.
Yeah, well, hey, look.
And what they get caught
But she was like one of my closest friends. And I used to say to her, well, come on, I'm so attracted to you. Let's get it on, baby. In my most suave way. And the closest I ever even came was we were out west together. We were counselors on a trip.
Okay, so she was a camp girl.
Yeah. Camp girls didn't know what a geek I was at home.
But she seemed to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, she knew enough not to date me. Nobody saw anything in me. And and then one time we were in a corn bin, and I climbed into her sleeping bag, and I tried to kiss her, and you said, hey, let's try kissing, and
you were acting like you were just playing around.
Yeah, I kissed her, and then she just I think she vomited.
Oh. That stuff's only reserved for good-looking, stupid guys.
Yeah. Oh, she dated good-looking, stupid guys. And I couldn't understand. I would see the guys she date, and I'd go, they're not even
better than that?
I'm better than them. I know I am. There's a guy in here trapped inside an ugly body and an ugly face.
I'm a good-looking guy.
I used to even go over and wear a pair of shorts and say, hey, look at my legs. Just look at me from the waist down. I look pretty good. I said, don't you think I have nice legs? I'd show her my feet, because I have nice feet.
Sure.
So these are things you can get into.
Sell it to her one part at a time.
Yeah. Can you believe God gave me nice feet and hands? Women go wild for my feet, and everything else sucks. You know what a burn that is? And it's hard to take your shoes off in certain places to show women your feet.
You can't walk on your hands.
Yeah. Would you like to see my feet?
Oh, boy.
I have good look. Like, how Christy Brinkley has a gorgeous face and a body?
Right.
God gave me that with my feet and my hands.
Have model feet.
Yeah, I have the feet. My feet are as good looking as Christy Brinkley's face. And that kills me.
You got a good time with you.
Supermodel feet.
Yeah, I have beautiful feet. I have a
part you look at on a person, Howard.
It's like a little belly button.
You're oh dear.
It looks like a belly button, Robin. Okay, there. I'm being
yeah.
It's like two. I swear, it looks like a little acorn that you pick up off the ground.
Oh, how cute.
And now the movie studios tell me they have to, they have to insure the movie around me.
Yeah.
So I have to go for a physical, and I said, I'm not going for that. I said, they go, and I have to do the thing. The guy's got to see my penis. To check me for hernia. How does that stop? Even if I have a hernia, what does that have to do with the movie?
Well, suppose in the middle of it ruptures.
Oh, I don't have any hernia.
Take it off the set. It costs money.
Please. I'm not letting a guy see my penis.
Videotape that exam.
Yeah, well, videotape yourself talking to...
Now cough, Mr. Stern.
Can you believe this? I'm not letting that guy see my penis.
Howard, look, by now you must be used to the idea.
No, I break out in a sweat. I'm like a real dry person. I don't sweat or anything.
Right.
I get all nervous and I start perspiring and it gets smaller.
Do you care what some doctor thinks?
Oh,
He's
please.
so happy to be
It's so embarrassing. What is it?
I was going to say the worst part about it is everything shrinks when you get to it.
Yeah, and I have nothing to begin with. Get out of here. I didn't ask you to come
He
out.
doesn't need to commiserate with you.
Yeah, you're not my buddy. Get out.
All right.
He hears a small penis conversation. He has to run in.
Yeah, Stuttering John is going to add to my comedy. It's going to help me out. Thank you.
Oh, this is my subject.
I didn't know it shrivels when you're nervous. And I always want to say to God, man, switch. I used to get on my knees. I'd say, switch my penis with my nose. So, that was like a nightmare, and I was fighting that all yesterday. Because I've been to the... I'm physically... and first of all, it's so stupid, the whole exam anyway, because...
Well, those insurance exams are always stupid anyway.
And it's always the worst doctor.
Yeah. They, cough, let me listen to your lungs.
Yeah, right.
And then you're out of there. Let me look down your throat.
Yeah.
I can't see a thing.
So what if I have a sore throat?
I can give you this examination.
Let's say I have a sore throat. What is the big deal? I'm healthier than any person in this room.
Except for
who?
Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie. Jackie's a mental case. Anyway, so I'm really glad we're on in Miami because of Andrea. And because...
I don't understand why...
It just
what happened
pleases
to your
me.
friendship? When did she stop communicating?
That's a good question. Because...
one thing's not clear.
Excuse me. What?
You said you climbed in a sleeping bag. Is this when you were a kid as a camper?
No. We were adults. I was 18 years old. And I wanted her so bad, and I said, can I climb into your sleeping bag? And she was like, I don't know. And then I climbed into the sleeping bag.
You got close. You were saying, I don't know.
And all the kids that we were counselors for, we were in a big giant corn bin at the Jensby farm. all the kids were making out in each other's sleeping bags and stuff, and I'm laying there. The kids I was counseling are having fun, having sexual promiscuity, and I'm laying there by myself. And I said, please, this is ridiculous. And I'm begging and begging and begging. And she was real cute.
Forget it. Did you ever ask her why she didn't find
She told me she's not attracted to me. Plain and simple, not attracted to me. Plain and simple.
Did you ever...
Girl was honest.
Never mind.
And then I got in the bag, the sleeping bag, and I started kissing her. I said, this is going to turn on because it's dark. She can't see me. But I had stinky breath, I'm sure, you know.
Stinky breath.
And all I know, and she hadn't had a man all summer because we were the only counselors. And she still rejected me.
So even with nobody else around?
You would think she would, just me and her, and you think she would have been horny. But no. Can you imagine?
Oh, dear.
Can you imagine my life?
You and her on a desert island.
You realize what a loser?
You wouldn't have gotten sex on a desert island.
Right. I was on a desert island. She didn't want me.
Play with the bag, the sleeping bag.
She didn't want me. That's why I am on the radio to this day. Well, this is my need. I need to.
You would have been the end of civilization if that was the case.
Because all of these girls now
rejected you.
And now I know they wish they were with me. I know it.
But what happened? When did you two stop communicating?
Well, as we got older and I got uglier and uglier, and now after the Western trip and stuff,
yes,
I would see her once in a while. Like, we went to, I don't know, she wouldn't even talk to me anymore or something. I don't know. I don't know. It just, like, stopped.
Did you get weird?
No, I don't know. A lot of people get like that with me. And I don't know. I used to call her and stuff, and she didn't want to talk to me.
Wow.
And we just lost touch.
But it sounds like you lost a lot more than touch.
Because as we got older, and then when I found out where she was, that she was working in Miami, just recently I called her about 2 years ago.
And just to say hi.
And she seemed angry at me or something. Or not angry, but nervous.
I remember that. And wasn't there a whole big deal about the phone number?
Well, I said, hey, she was afraid that I was going to call her at her house or something, and I don't know. I don't know what it was.
It sounds like she has a weird vibe about you.
I know. I wish she would tell me what it is. Maybe she thinks I'm like. Maybe she thinks I didn't do anything.
Maybe somebody gave her the impression you were doing something.
Maybe she said something about me. Maybe someone told her something about me. You know what? Maybe I'm just an ugly guy.
No, Howard. If she talked to you and she liked you and she thought you were a friend, why would she all of a sudden just want to have nothing to do with you?
I don't know.
Because you probably were trying to change it from friendship to something more.
Yeah, maybe she got fed up, but I really wasn't that aggressive.
Yeah, I was going to say, he didn't pressure her that much.
No.
I went into a sleeping bag.
No, she gave me the okay. I mean, it was, she said okay for a second.
He's not like you, Jackie.
No, Jackie, I didn't just climb in all drunk and rape her. Hey,
you take it and you like it.
Yeah, right.
So she invited you.
It was my fault. I was loaded.
She invited you to climb.
No, she didn't invite me. I begged her for an hour. Could I climb into her sleeping bag and just hug her?
She said okay.
Just to hug her.
And she let you hug her.
She let me hug her, and then I gave her a kiss, and she just said, that's enough. Why don't you go back in your sleeping bag?
You said you take it and you like it. You're the one about the guy that crawled into the sleeping bag. Now roll over. Force himself with it.
Yeah, she was not into it. Let's put it that way. And I'm not the kind of guy who...
Was it after that you noticed a coldness?
Nah, I don't know.
There's just nothing you can really...
Girls just don't,
Personality doesn't count in that arena.
Yeah, personality doesn't count.
But
she thought I was funny. She thought I was a great guy. And then, she would do stuff to me like... My hero was like Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
And she knew I loved Jimi Hendrix and all that stuff. So anyway, New Year's Eve was coming up. Jimi Hendrix is slated to play the Fillmore East. Now, you got to understand something. That's a big deal.
Sure.
Fillmore East was only like 1,000 seats or something. Tiny. Jimi Hendrix is playing there New Year's Eve.
Right.
She gets 2 tickets to go see Jimi Hendrix. She invites some dude.
Oh. Of course she did.
Yeah.
Who could care less about him?
I was shocked. I was crushed.
You really thought she was going to take you?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And then maybe we would have had some romance. See, that's what kills me about being married to this day. I love my wife. I love my kids. Don't get me wrong, Robin.
I'm trying to not get you wrong.
But if I was single right now, I could be having sex with every woman who wouldn't have sex with me.
Oh, yeah. But you don't even want half of them.
Oh, I want them.
You want
I want them all.
You just want to go back and...
Yeah. No. What I would want to do now...
Take a sleeping bag and fly to Miami.
Yeah, I would... Yeah, right. No, I wouldn't want her. I would want young girls
in front of her.
In front of her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't want them. You'd want to get their daughters.
I want to be like, I want to be like Sylvester Stallone. Like every week I'd be on hard copy with a different young bimbo.
Did you see who he's running around with now? She's 22.
Yeah, that's what I want. Just so that
he's about 50.
Just so that girl in Florida would see me in the newspaper every week with different girls. I need that. I told my wife I need that.
And she said...
She said I can't have that. She ruins it. Doesn't understand. I don't want it. I still want to be with her. I just need to go out and do that for a couple of years.
Oh, what's she supposed to do for this couple of years?
Sit tight.
Raise the kids.
Sit tight. I'll still give her some. I'll give her as much as she's getting now.
You can handle that.
All right, I got to take a break.
Tie up some loose ends.
Let me take a break. That's why I'm glad Ron in Miami. I don't care to give a rat's ass about Ron and Ron.
Why can't we call her again?
Well,
we can't talk to her.
She won't. I don't care about Ron and Ron. All I care about is her children growing up and being huge fans of mine.
Yeah. And talking about you all the time.
Talking about me all the time. And then she's forced to go, I knew him. Oh, were you his girlfriend? No.
Let me call her off the air, see what's going on.
You call her. Go ahead. Gary has her number.
All right. Because this is the strangest I've ever heard. She just won't even talk to you. And this happens a lot. We've got plenty of your girls who won't talk to us.
Listen, Robin, you can understand. Your whole family won't talk to you.
Excuse me, it's the other way around.
All right.
I won't talk to my family.
I don't know. Something's going on there.
I do all the rejecting around here.
Okay.
Sleeping bag, family.
Baltimore? Where's Baltimore?
I know Baltimore.
All right, I got to take a break. We got to do some FMEs. Did I take any phone calls?
No. Wait a minute. We did talk to that girl in Miami.
Yeah.
Bet.
That got me going. All right, let me take a break, and then we got some FMEs, and
yes.
There's a lot of people I have to... What is it?
Your mom's on the phone.
My mother?
I'm trying to get her.
Hello?
The phone's busy. I'm trying to reach her.
Trying to reach who?
Your mother.
Why are you calling my mother?
Because she called on the hotline.
Why doesn't my mother... Can you guys explain something to me? Why can't my mother get a number?
I don't know. She always calls on the
It's the number that we gave her.
Really? Well, I'm not.
You know what? I gave my mother the on-air hotline, but nobody ever picks that up.
Oh.
So we'll give her the other hotline.
Did he reach her? Stupid.
I mean,
busy. It's busy.
All right, get off the phone. Hang up. I'll do it. Stupid. Thank you, stupid. Something stupid about him.
Probably wrote down the wrong number.
Stupid. Do me a favor. Don't mention the last name on the air.
Oh,
just say. Listen to me. Just say Andrea.
Oh.
She doesn't want her name on the air.
Oh, you're still talking about Andrea?
Yes.
I have an inside story. I know why she stopped seeing you.
Oh.
How do you know?
Because I was there.
She was dating your father.
You want to hear it?
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
She never dated
me.
me.
You know the scoop.
I know the scoop. She was in my house. She was having lunch one day.
Yeah.
And we were talking, and your father and I were sitting there, and she said, that she was going to be a doctor.
Yeah.
So Dad said, Howard, this is the perfect woman for you.
Don't tell me Dad felt her up. I knew it was him.
Howard, I'm telling a story.
Yeah, this is the perfect woman for you.
This is the perfect woman for
Because you got to remember, my father was real nervous about my future. Yeah.
Looked at him. He says, she'll be the doctor, and you'll fill out the Medicaid.
That's not why she rejected me.
She was...
You know, my mother doesn't. My mother doesn't.
That's the whole story,
no,
Ray?
my mother thinks she's being funny. She's trying to be funny.
The girl was shocked. The girl was shocked.
Yeah, okay,
because
Ma.
we were...
No, Ma, you know what? Let me break the news to you. Let me break the news to you why your son couldn't get girls at that age.
Oh, please.
The genetics you handed me, the face that you gave me, could break 1,000 bottles of glass.
Well, they say you look like me, so
yeah,
we
well,
are suffering together.
Between you and Dad, that gene pool.
Somebody gave me this face.
She had no trouble.
What?
She had no trouble.
Who am I going to blame?
She had plenty of trouble.
What are you talking about?
You never got guys. All you got was... She married my father when she was 18.
Right.
And my father never got laid. He was 25 when he married her.
Oh, no.
My father was no prince.
Trouble,
Dad never got laid either, right? He was a virgin when he married you.
I didn't ask him.
No, you've asked. You've brought that up.
Ask him. That's his story to tell, Howard.
I think I'm like my father. I never got laid.
A clean boy. Very nice. I like that.
Can you imagine my father has been with my mother for like 50 years?
And has no other experiences.
No other sexual experiences.
And look, he's still living.
Yeah, barely.
You know, he managed to exist, Howard.
Is that true? Your father never had any other?
No.
Wow. And how long have they been together?
And my father was such a loser.
And what about
that,
me? And what about me?
And my father was such a loser. He had to go date high school girls. He was out of the army already. He mentioned that name on the air.
Don't mention her name either?
No, don't. Because I haven't announced that on the air.
You just
No, I haven't approached her about it yet.
Well, I just heard you talking about it.
No, I hit the button. I delayed it. He
didn't mention the name.
Ma, please, just do me a favor if I tell you not to mention something on the air.
Oh.
And we're in the middle of casting.
For secrecy, this is...
No, we're in the middle of trying to cast the movie, and I don't...
Oh, you're wonderful.
Yeah, I know. You know, here's my mother. She's all nervous again because I'm doing movies. She's afraid she's going to lose me again. When I wrote the book, my mother was afraid she was going to lose me.
I'm going to lose you. I can't lose you.
My mother got all insecure when I wrote the book and it became a bestseller. She used to run over the house every minute whining that she was going to lose me. Now she's nervous again because I'm going to be in the movies.
Here's one woman who's after you, Howard.
Oh, yeah, my mother.
He's after me. You've got the story mixed up.
You know, it's funny, Ma. I wrote all about you last night in the movie where I begged you as I was getting beaten up by the blacks. I begged you to move, and you just were oblivious.
Never begged me
Wait till you see this film.
Make up stories.
Wait till you see the film. As I'm getting pummeled.
You know, Howard,
you are standing there cooking.
The best thing we ever did for you was live in Roosevelt.
Hey.
We gave you millions of stories.
Yeah, it's great. I couldn't find any other stories.
Yeah.
While the blacks were beating me, my mother was cooking out of a pot.
You look
making that spaghetti sauce.
There's a great scene in the movie. I'm going to reveal one of the scenes from the movie. My mother gets a call from a woman who tells her, a black woman, says, don't send Howard to school on Martin Luther King Day.
She didn't say that.
Yes, she did.
She said, go pick him up.
Yeah, all right, whatever. So my mother goes, he'll be fine. Martin Luther King has just been shot. I'm living in an all-black community.
And you were okay.
And I got my ass beaten.
Not one thing happened to you.
What? Who is telling the truth?
She is oblivious. I used to get my ass beat every day and choke. Did you have to call the Dean of Boys? Did you have to call the Dean of Boys?
For a minute, Howard.
Did you have to call the Dean of Boys?
Did I ever call the Dean of Boys?
Did you ever call Roosevelt High School to call the Dean of Boys to complain about me getting beaten up all the time?
No.
No, you never did that. You never called Mr. Hecht.
No.
Oh.
You don't remember doing that?
No.
You don't remember having because I was getting choked in shop class.
No.
And being shooken down.
They threw a garbage can at you.
No, that's not why you had to call the Dean of Boys. I didn't bother you with that. See, I was such a little jerk that I used to try to please my parents by trying to be the strong one.
You try to deal with it.
She sends me to a lunatic asylum called Roosevelt Jr. Senior High School.
What strength you have?
I have no strength. I'm a maggot and a worm. You heard what Uhura said about me.
Who said about you?
Listen, here's my point.
Yeah. What's your point, Howard? I didn't call up to be abused.
You're not being abused.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you.
What's the story?
I forget what we're talking about.
That's right.
All right.
So much you don't even know what you're talking about.
Dean of Boys.
The Dean of Boys.
The Dean of Boys. Yeah.
Anyway, listen.
What was the scene in
You're
the movie?
a
You were trying to
crybaby,
tell
Howard.
us.
No, I don't care.
Oh,
I don't care. You know what? I don't want to reveal the scene in the movie.
All right.
You're a crybaby.
Wait till she sees the movie. It's going to shock her.
Really?
Yeah, because it's about time she saw what she did to me.
You know what he said to me, Robin?
What?
He said, I made him so strong. That
When did I say this?
You said this to me privately.
I never said that to you. That's a lie.
Will you stop and let her talk?
Yeah, she didn't call Mr. Hecht, and I.
So much that no one can say anything. And he said, I made him so strong that he can do all these things that he does.
Oh, isn't that
And he
sweet?
Never
thanked
said
me
it.
for it.
She's
and
a liar.
if I showed you the poetry he sent me and the love notes that he sent
Please send those to me.
You liar.
You send those to
You
me.
filthy liar.
Now this boy.
Poetry, Howard?
I never sent you poetry.
Yes, you did.
I'm going to smack you.
Read by
How
You
dare
are
you.
so sweet, Mommy. I love you.
At least I talked to my mother.
But he doesn't want that to be known.
Oh, please
so that's
send me.
okay.
Yeah, well, I must. You know what, Ma? Those must have been the years I was on LSD.
LSD. You You were never
Look,
on LSD.
never on LSD.
Oh, dear.
And
She can't accept that I was on LSD.
Well,
She
you
can't
weren't on
accept it.
LSD at her house, were you?
No, I was on Quaaludes. I was sedated on. And when I lived in her house, I used to go out to the backyard and sleep because I was on Quaaludes.
he was such a scaredy that he would never take things like
Well,
that.
wait a minute. Did you see him sleeping in the backyard?
Never.
You didn't see anything.
Never slept.
My friends used to come over. To get through dinner with my mother, we would take 2 Quaaludes each.
And whenever
Never
he
left the house.
I had to go with him. now you got the truth.
Yeah, well, you'll see the movie. You'll see the truth.
I'll see the story you made up.
No, you'll see the truth the way I see it.
Oh.
The way I see it and John Avildsen sees it.
Well, that's another story.
And by the way, the director wants to observe you.
Good.
He's going to be over there.
Is he coming to the house to just sit around and watch?
He's going to watch you, and he's going to see what I saw.
He's going to see what I saw. I don't know if I'll ever let him see that.
And you can make your own friggin' movie with him.
I want to see the scene where you write the love letters to Mommy.
Yeah.
On LSD.
On LSD.
Roses are plaid.
Right. Listen to this story he concocted.
Why don't you call Dr. Louis Weinstein, who, by the way, never did
Dr.
drugs.
Louis Weinstein.
Who never
That's
did
another
drugs.
Story that you made up.
Dr. Louis Weinstein is the man who nursed me
You're not kidding. He nursed you.
while I was on
It's a
acid.
good thing he was there to take care of you, Howard.
He saved my life.
He saved your life.
Because he saw I was on acid and he kept me going and kept me awake and didn't let me go to the hospital.
He was never on acid and you were never on acid.
I didn't say he was on acid. I said I was.
Okay, so stop making up stories because those
I'm not
stories
making it. She
nobody
can't handle it. She can't handle it.
If Dr. Lou told you that he nursed Howard through an LSD trip, would you then believe it?
Yeah, maybe I would.
Get him on the phone.
Get him on the phone is right.
Listen. You have you have a vision of me, Mom.
Yeah.
That is, quite frankly, Mother Teresa
Mother Teresa.
has a lower profile than the vision you have of me. You have a great vision of me.
What's this other vision that you're
The reality is I'm a miserable old wretch who is bitter and angry.
You think that that's the hep?
No, I don't think it's... I'm just being honest about my life. You can't deal with it.
Oh, I'm going to write these stories down for your daughters. They'll read these nice stories, LSD.
No, my daughters don't have to know about it. I'm telling you.
Have to know about it?
Yeah.
Right.
My daughters aren't going to make them...
You would love to hear those stories from your daughters.
My daughters aren't going to make the same mistakes I made.
They're not going to make
Because I'm going to teach them. I'm not going to smother them like a veal.
like a veal.
That's right. Let them do their thing.
You grew up pretty good for a veal.
Took my temperature rectally till I was 18.
Oh, stop it. You keep raising the age.
Was I 18 when you finished taking my temperature rectally?
Right.
That's
that was
true.
The age. 18 was the cutoff age. You were on your own. Right,
I suffered rectal indignities.
You couldn't take me at 18, right?
Listen to me, you old bag. I love you. You understand? That's all. That's all that counts, right? Everything else is water under the bridge.
Okay.
Whatever you did fine.
And Andrea was a smart girl.
Yeah, for staying away from me. Is that Dr. Lou?
Yeah.
All right, here's Dr. Lou.
Dr. Lou's on the phone.
You want to talk to Dr. Lou?
Oh, I talk to Dr. Lou any day.
Hey, Dr. Lou.
Hey, how you doing?
While you...
Dr. Lou.
Hi.
I want to formally thank you for taking care of Howard in all his college years.
How about payment?
Hey, Dr. Lou.
Yeah.
While Dr. Lou himself never did
We're
drugs.
visiting Howard.
While Dr. Lou himself never did drugs.
Yeah.
And I have to go on record as saying that. That's why he was able to save me.
And why he's a doctor and you're sitting here doing
Dr. Lou,
radio.
he makes up all these stories about himself.
He does?
And he does.
Dr. Lou,
doesn't he?
Dr. Lou, describe to my mother the night in Boston you saved my life.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's got to make it up. Make it up good, Lou.
No, it's a true story.
It's a true story.
He came back to the room,
Yeah.
and he had this little piece of paper,
Yeah.
and he said, I have one for you and one for me. And he said, you take this paper, you put it under your tongue, and you see wonderful things. And I said, nah, I don't want to do it. And he said, okay, I'm going to do it. And it turned out that you're supposed to take that little piece of paper and cut it up into 16 little pieces.
16?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And he took the whole thing?
He took the whole thing.
Oh.
So he saw. It was some of the things he described were pretty strange, actually.
Yeah, wasn't it? I'll never forget it.
He's a good actor.
And then we were like, we were
actor,
trying to
she
figure out what to do for him because we didn't, he was like, he was really. I mean, he's very bizarre. You weren't there, Mr. Stern. It's good. You were lucky.
Yeah, hey, Ma, listen.
I had to deal with this.
This is the guy who dealt with me. What?
And he never did.
Dirty room of his. You remember the dirty room?
The
Your
cigarette.
son overdosed on LSD. You're worried about a dirty room?
Well,
Now you know why I overdosed.
Listen, they like to make up stories.
All right, so we're making it up. All right, listen, it's too painful for her. Dr. Lou, thank you.
Dr. Lou, I know you're a busy man.
All right.
It's good talking to
Same
you.
here.
And I want to thank you for at least taking care of Howard.
He graduated, right, with honors, I think.
With honors.
I graduated magna cum laude. I graduated magna cum laude.
That's right.
Of course.
I think it was after that paper thing he did. He never did anything else after that, right? That was it.
That was it. I swore off all drugs, except for one more time I had to take acid to see 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Well, I wasn't there. I'm not sure.
No, you weren't there, so what can I say? All right, listen, Mom, thank you.
So all your...
Proud, Howard. Now you have a badge of honor.
Thank you.
Right.
All right, and Dr. Lou, thank you for confirming the story.
All right.
And Dr. Lou remembers Andrea.
Andrea, great.
What, she was a lovely girl. We tried to get her in the family.
Wasn't interested in me, though. None of the girls were interested.
Does she still talk to you?
Wait a minute. Andrea was interested in you.
No, not Lou, you're hallucinating. Now you're on acid.
Paper thing. I don't know.
Make up these stories.
All right, listen, I got to go, you two. I'll leave you two to enter it up.
Yeah, let's have a
All right,
conversation.
bye-bye.
We'll hang up.
The great surgeon, Dr. Lou Weinstein, and, of course,
The great mother
the great
Ray.
mother, Ray Stern. I love you, you hear?
Love you too.
All right, good. There she is. That's the voice I hear in my head when I can't think straight.
She's so funny. They like to make up stories.
Dr. Lou, did you see his dirty room? Dr. Lou, I know you're a busy man. They make up stories
That was
about this acid, this paper under the tongue. Stories.
He has a great imagination.
Well, I want to thank you for nursing him.
Oh, boy. Wait till she sees that movie.
Oh, you better
put
be
paper
kind
under
to
her tongue.
Oh, yeah.
And go watch.
Yeah, maybe she should see it on acid.
Should see what I wrote. You said to me you couldn't believe I wrote 40 pages yesterday? It comes right out of me. Boom, 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 and a typewriter.
Oh, no, it was all about her?
Oh, yeah. Or my father.
Well, it's very interesting how she can deny everything.
That's a lot like Fred, huh?
It's amazing.
All right.
You always keep somebody like that around.
When we come back, who knows what'll happen? But there's some people here to visit us. We have FM.
yeah?
Well, they're here for the FMEs.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So let's do it.
Right after these words.
Welcome to the 34th Annual FME Awards, starring Howard Stern and Robin Quivers. Also, the hundreds of performers, celebrities, and mutants that helped make radio history during the past year.
Yes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Fran Drescher, Miss Howard Stern.
Good evening.
John Bobbitt,
Yes.
Daniel Carver, Corbin Burnson, The Bee Gees, Joey Buttafuoco, Madonna's sister, Peter Jennings, and Vicky the Drunk.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, idol of millions, media genius, Howard Stern.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And we have a couple of final awards to give away.
This is what day of the FME?
It's like the 9th day. And in our audience today, so many different celebrities. Over there, I see Judge Ito.
What is he doing here?
Hey, Robin, duck. He's throwing those little stars. Those little Chinese stars. Hey, and in our audience is Vinnie Jr., the man who lights his penis on fire. Celeste, the world's biggest Howard Stern fan, who had her.
Wonderful to see that.
Bring them in, will you? Let them sit up front, please. And King of All Blacks is watching too.
Is that right?
Maybe I'll say hello to them. Bring them in. I mean, up front, so I can talk to them on microphone. The audience is huge, Robin.
Well, it takes Celeste a little while to get down front.
Yes. Oh, there's Vinny. Hello, Vinny. Vinny, the man who lights his penis on fire.
Why does he have so many things with him?
There's King of All Blacks.
Good morning.
Hey, King of All Blacks. Nobody has a mic. Can someone help? Jackie, maybe you could just swing that around if it's not too much effort.
How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, man?
All right. Oh my God.
And here is Celeste being wheeled in a wheelchair. The world's biggest Howard Stern fan. So many different people. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. I will talk to you in a second. Let me give an award away real quick here. This category, Robin, is most revealing celebrity conversation.
Ooh, okay. Who's nominated for that one? That's an intriguing category.
Who's wearing all the perfume? Is that Celeste? Who smells? Is that you, King of All Blacks? Get close to that microphone.
It's a little oil. It's not. It don't stink, does it?
It's making me nauseous.
Oh my God.
What oil? What oil?
What oil are you wearing?
Headphones on.
Well, put headphones on. What kind of oil you got on?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dude, what do you got?
I do everything so perfect.
What?
Yeah, let me put on my oil.
I got 95 people in here. How about a few microphones?
We can't get the door closed. This place is so small.
Boy, times like this, I miss Gary.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just wheel you in.
Wheel Celeste in.
Could you move for a second?
You don't trust me with that box now.
Jackie never moves, nothing.
No, I see Celeste struggling. He doesn't care.
Jackie, just move your chair for a second.
No!
Hey, I'm a writer. I don't have to move.
This is my spot.
John, they've been here for 3 hours. You could have thought about this, you moron. I didn't... Am I right?
All right, let me give away an award, please.
Yes, this is Screw the Cripple. Most revealing moment by a celebrity.
Most revealing moment by a celebrity. And then I'll talk.
Nominated.
Yeah. Let me tell you our nominees. First of all, Fran Drescher talking about her rape.
Ah, that was revealing.
Fran Drescher producing.
Well, you know, it's just they had guns, so they were
really?
big enough.
Oh, my God. You must have been freaking.
Were you being robbed as well? Were you in the house?
they loaded. Yeah, one brother loaded up the car while the other brother, who was actually the rapist, raped both myself and my girlfriend.
Oh. How long before that beautiful body was being used again? Probably for years you wouldn't even use it.
Oh no, you gotta get right back in
the saddle
into action.
No
actually.
kidding.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you're.
Oh,
and your husband was supportive. He didn't have.
No, he left her.
Lots of times husbands are traumatized by this too.
Oh, I would be, especially two big black guys. You know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, I'm not adequate.
Oh, you're just
listen. That's it. Listen, I can tell you firsthand that's a.
A myth?
Yeah.
Thank God. Wow, Fran Drescher.
I can't even believe you broke that subject.
Robin, our next nominee is the great Corbin Berenson from, of course, L.A. Law,
yes.
who came in here and told us about his sex life. Corbin Berenson, producer. Let me get this straight.
Is that your first marriage?
No, my second. I was married here for 6 years. So
oh, yeah?
Yes, sir.
So everywhere
I
you
cheated a lot. I cheated 2 weeks after I got married.
Really?
Really?
All right.
I went to Antigua. I got married. I'll tell you, here's a little story. I got married to this other English woman. We lived up on 72nd Street.
Yeah.
Right.
And 2 weeks after we got married at United Nations Chapel because we couldn't figure out where. We just figured we'd get married with the world thing. So I went to Antigua 2 weeks later to do a commercial for something or other. I walk out on the beach, and there's this Swedish model. I don't know, do you remember Catherine Deneuve in Cousine wearing this green bathing suit?
Yeah.
So here's this Swedish model. Beautiful. I've got, like, the 2 suitcases, and it's one of these beach hotels that doesn't have, like, doors, you know, it's just you check in.
And you're on your own because it's a job.
I'm on my own, and I turn around, and I look at this woman, and it's like slow motion, man. She turns around, the hair swings. I drop the suitcases. I look at her, and I say, I'm dead.
Right.
I'm dead. That night, I join her group. We're sleeping on my balcony. I'm scared because I'm thinking I've been married for 2 weeks, and I'm cuddling up on this balcony. I'm getting like lumps in my throat.
She's gorgeous.
She's unbelievably beautiful. Didn't do anything that night. The next day, we're tied to the beds and everything. And
really?
So now I'm there. Now I finished the commercial.
Was she hot in bed?
She, considering where I was at that point, she was.
And what do you say to yourself? Do you go, oh my God, I got married 2 weeks ago. What am I doing?
Well, the first night I did. After that, it was reckless abandon.
Wow. Corbin Berenson producing.
Quite honored.
And now our third nominee, of course, is the great Robin Gibb of the Bee Gees.
Ah, yes.
Who tells us that his wife is a lesbian.
My wife cheats on me now.
She does. I knew it.
But not with men.
Right. Oh, and you're lucky.
Are you serious?
Is that right?
Are you serious?
You mean your present wife will bring in women into the bedroom?
Yeah, she's gay. How would we have
She is gay?
Gay?
Wait a second. Your wife now is gay?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You're not kidding me, though.
Proud of it, yeah.
Is that right, Barry?
What do you mean is that right, Barry? What are you bringing me into this? I have a wonderful time. I have a wonderful relationship.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me get this straight. Your present wife.
Mind blowing.
Present wife is
Because
gay.
I like you. Let me tell you something. I think you're smart. I think that's the way to go.
She gave me this badge.
Is that right?
Yeah. Little triangle, folks.
And what does a triangle mean?
It's actually
what do you think it means?
Actually, support for all the gay women from my wife that died in World War II.
Really?
Yeah.
No, wait a second. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Boy's
Veterans Day.
Boy's very jealous of Robin.
Yeah.
Robin, let me get this straight.
I promise you,
it's turned out to be the Robin show.
Your wife is gay?
Yes.
Now, let me get this straight. In other words, when you married her, you didn't know she was gay.
Yeah. That's
See,
why
I would marry a gay woman myself.
Yeah.
That's exactly why you married her.
You're already married.
One of the reasons I fell in love with her as well.
Yeah, because it turned you on also to watch her with other girls.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Man, that's smart. You see, now that interests me.
Absolutely.
Well, what is it?
She's got a steady girlfriend at the moment.
Is she real hot? And is she real hot? Your wife?
Yeah, absolutely.
She is?
Yes.
Oh.
She's what you call a lipstick lesbian?
Why are you drooling?
Yes.
Ah.
She is a lipstick lesbian, huh?
She is.
I mean, like she walks in a room and guys are like, whoa, she's hot.
They think she's hot. Yeah.
All right, and then, wait a second.
He's getting deeper here, right?
This is very happening.
Yeah.
But she's bisexual in a sense because she is willing
because
to...
she's with me, but I have to say this, she's not really interested in men at all, and I'm still surprised that she I mean, obviously the people are going to be sitting out there and say, well...
Financial support, that whole thing. Yeah.
And I don't blame a woman for thinking like that either, but it's lasted a long time.
And you're happy.
And we're happy, yeah.
And you like going home to her? I mean, when you go home to her, she acts like a traditional wife, except there's always another girl hanging around.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she's in a steady relationship.
And you're allowed to watch if they have...
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely.
So, now, wait a minute. When you go home, is there another woman living there all the time?
Yes.
Oh.
She has you see, she just needs the other woman for sex, and Robin doesn't care because he likes watching anyway.
Absolutely.
And then you get to jump in on the whole scene.
Certainly.
Wow, huh?
Whew.
Isn't that great? Boy, I wonder who's going to win, Robin. That's a tough category.
I would get my vote. Wait to hear who actually won them.
Remind me to strangle Stuttering John later.
All right. I would enjoy that, too.
Look who won, Robin.
Who?
Another Robin Gibb of the Bee Gees.
That's who I'd vote for.
Accepting for Robin Gibb is Robin Gibb on our phone. Calling, I think, all the way from England. Where is he? Oh, wait a second. Robin, where are you?
I'm in Miami right now.
Oh, you are in Miami. Oh, so you can hear us now.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Good.
Open your window a little more. Actually, Robin Gibb is yelling out his window so we can hear. Hey, Robin.
Well, this is a great honor, Howard.
Go ahead, make your acceptance speech, then I'll ask you how you're doing.
This is great for me because this is something I can have in the bedroom. I can keep looking at this fine award.
You can use it on your wife.
Yeah, I can do that. I can put it on the sideboard. I keep glancing over occasionally.
Let me tell you something. I got to tell you something, Robin.
Okay.
There must have been something that climbed into my shorts as I listened to that story again because it arouses me every time.
What happened to you after you appeared on this show?
Well, of course, there was a sort of, there was a lot of, I was going to England the same morning, and of course, it hit the press in England the following day. There was sort of blitzkrieg of press over this.
Yes.
And, which lasted for quite a few days. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was quite good.
Well, your wife came out and denied all of it.
No, she didn't quite. I think that was only for the sake of family, quite honestly, because over in England, she's got family over there.
I see.
But was your large, she does not.
Was your wife mad at you afterwards?
She was a little angry, but I bought her a Jaguar, and she was all right.
Right, yeah. Because Robin's got tons of money, so all he's got to do is buy her a Jaguar, and she'll shut up.
Be quiet.
So where are you now? You with your wife now?
No, she's out at the moment.
Where is she, with her girlfriend?
Yeah, she's out with her girlfriend, yeah.
Wow. What a life.
Yeah.
I thought you were kidding when you first told me that.
No.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not.
You guys got another girl living with you now, or is it the same one?
The same one, yeah.
Wow.
The relationship is continuing 100% and very happy indeed.
And you're still happy?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Oh, come on, of course.
They have one side of the house, I have the other.
He's the coolest guy on the planet.
I guess so.
Yes, it's the perfect way to live, Howard.
What is that, King of All Blacks?
Doesn't he get jealous of the other girl?
Doesn't he get jealous of the other? No, he's cool. He doesn't care.
He might not like it for real.
Listen, jealousy is a curse.
I saw some phoniness. I sense phoniness in the
No, he likes it. You don't know anything. You're King of All Blacks.
King of the Blacks.
That's King of the Blacks, Robin. You don't know anything. No, you don't understand something. That's how guys should play it. You see?
Yeah, that's true.
That's how you play it.
We were talking to Lou Diamond Phillips the other day, and you said he played it.
Let me tell you about this guy, Robin. I brought up your name the other day.
Times are changing.
Let me tell you something.
Right.
You know this actor, Lou Diamond Phillips?
Yeah.
All right. So get this. He comes home one day. His wife announces to him she wants to be with Melissa Etheridge.
Right.
She wants to have lesbianism with Melissa Etheridge.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Listen to this. He freaks out, and right away he takes her into therapy with him. Therapy. I said to the guy, you got to learn from Robin Gibb. This is a guy, you don't get uptight about sexuality.
Right. I can never understand why people get hung up about sexuality.
Yeah, I said,
yeah, he'd have just had Melissa Etheridge move right in.
You know what it's like, Robin? It's like this Lou Diamond Phillips hit the lottery and he sold his ticket.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't understand anybody looking for therapy for something they enjoy.
Because, of course, you know the secret. You know that if your wife announces lesbianism, you say, honey, I'm going to support you in this.
I'm a lesbian, too.
I love to watch. If you want me to jump in, fine. If not, that's fine. If maybe I'll go out and get a different broad. I don't care what it is.
I can never understand these guys who come home late at night and find their wives or their girlfriends in bed with another woman and freak out and get a divorce or leave.
What are you saying, King of All Blacks?
I don't like that.
You don't like this?
If my girlfriend came home and said that she wanted another girl, I would get offended, like I wasn't adequate enough for her. You understand what I'm saying?
Really?
Maybe I don't know.
You're uptight, dude. But, Robin, congratulations on your FME.
Oh, thanks, Howard. I'm very honored.
You must be
how
thrilled.
is Barry?
Very well indeed.
Good.
Everybody's in great health.
Good.
Yeah, and he's fine now.
Hey, we're on the radio in Miami now.
Yes, absolutely.
He doesn't have time to listen to the radio.
Yeah, I know.
Busy.
And when's the last time you had sex in a threesome?
I think night before last.
Night before last.
Yes.
That's a happy man.
Yes,
And what about you, Howard?
Let's see. That would be never.
How are you getting on, Howard?
Sorry?
How are you getting on?
Well, let's see. I had sex, I honestly, about 2 weeks ago.
I relaxed. I just watched, of course.
Right. And then they finished you off?
Yeah. No, not this time. No.
What'd you do? You finish yourself off?
Yeah, finished myself off.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah, it's just casual,
Yeah, that's beautiful. Hey, listen, God bless you.
Thanks a lot, Howard.
Congratulations on your FME, and say hi to your brothers for me.
I certainly will.
And when you're in New York, come visit me.
Great, terrific. I'll be looking forward to it.
And bring the girls with you.
Yeah, I will.
Forget the brothers, bring the girls.
Absolutely.
Okay, Robin, thanks.
All right, Howard, thanks again.
The great Robin
Bye,
Gibb.
everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There he goes off to his lesbian.
Busy. Got to run.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Now, there's a guy who knows what's going on. He sure does.
It does sound good at the end. It started sounding good.
Sounded good at the end. Well, there you go. Hey, by the way, we're here at the FMEs. I got to take a break. Sitting with us today, Vinnie Jr., the man who lights his penis on fire. And, of course, King of All Blacks is here. Celeste, the world's biggest Howard Stern fan. I'll say hello to them in just a second.
She loves you, man.
Who, Celeste? Yeah, we'll talk to her in just a second.
I don't know why they're here, but they are here.
She told me she went to the bathroom and told me that to watch her box. She didn't want me to take none out of her box.
Well, we'll talk to you in a minute. We'll find out what's going on right after these words.
It's the 34th Annual FME Awards with the dark and tender Howard Stern. Howard Stern.
All right, thank you. And we're back at the FMEs, and look who has stopped by during our award show. A couple of the kooks who listen to the show. I call them kooks. Wacky listeners, right?
Oh,
you.
Wacky?
You're wacky.
No.
Oh, you think I was the devil?
No. What's wrong with that? You might be the devil, too.
Hey, you might be, too.
Well?
Why, because I told you to embrace death?
No, because I might be the devil. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe that's good.
You're weird.
Okay. I could argue for an hour with you on that. It might be good.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
You ain't the devil. The devil ain't that fat.
How do you know?
All right, listen to me.
Well, I might be fat so I can die quicker so I can get to the devil quicker.
We're here at the FME. Some of the listeners, he's a wacky guy. He's asking me questions about God in here.
Why? Did he come in here today to have that kind of a discussion?
Yeah, how do we get in on that?
I don't know. It just seems interesting. I've checked it out. And
what were you saying about God?
I said that God might be the bad one. And the devil might be the good one.
No. We weren't saying that in the commercials. You were asking.
You were saying, I said, why would God, if he's so good, and I really mean that, seriously, since I was a little kid, I always wondered, if he's so good, why are we all crying at this funeral? We should be mad at God. We're still happy with God, and he took my grandmother. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How old was your grandma? What about?
See, this is weird. You see how weird it got? So I tried to shut him up. I said, you know something? Stop worrying about God.
The devil is winning.
I said,
So we should stick with the winner.
So I tried to tell King of All Blacks, why do you say death is such a bad thing? Maybe it's great. Maybe it's glorious.
Yeah, maybe your grandmother was ready to go.
Yeah, and then he got all freaked out thinking I was the devil. Dude, you're making it seem like you did, but you're making it seem like that, like death is a bad thing.
What, do you want to stay here forever?
I'm the King of Darkness. I'm the King of Darkness.
Nobody never
Believe me, with Howard smarts, the devil would be in bad shape.
Right. All right. Listen, never mind King of All Blacks.
You're smart.
You're whacked out. All right. Listen, let's listen to Vinnie Mascio Jr. for a second.
We should all be whacked out.
Speaking of whacked out, Vinnie, quickly, you stop by. You are one of the listeners who, of course, lit his penis on fire when we had the underpants and negligee party. That is a videotape that is no longer presently sold.
It's a great tape.
It's a great tape. And Vinnie is on it.
Items, and I can't even get one. I'm willing to pay a couple $100 for it.
Well, the most recent videotape, Howard Stern New Year's Eve party,
it's still available.
Still available at 1-800-52-STERN, and also the Leroy Neiman poster comes with it. So, do what you want, but eventually I have to close that line down. And just like Vinnie's tape with him lighting his penis on fire, that tape will be
You won't be
extinct.
able to get it.
You can't even get a copy of it.
I can't even get a copy of it.
And you
because I want
burned
an extra
up.
copy to save.
Yeah, and I guarantee you.
Copy, I'll make you a copy.
No, I don't need a made copy. I want a
He wants
copy
the
with
original.
cover. Yeah.
Will you give him his? Will you give him your original?
As a matter of fact, Howard,
yours is for $3,000.
they were in the Asbury Park Press.
Yeah.
I called up. Gone. It was like a day. That was it. Sorry.
Well, that's what I try to tell people about our videotapes.
Yeah.
I say if you order it at 1-800-52-STERN,
then you'll have it.
Hold on to it. Just hold on to it because I do discontinue everything.
Mm-hmm. You know how many tapes of yours I have that I wouldn't sell if somebody begged me on their knees?
Why are we doing a radio show?
I don't know.
I can hear no
What did you say?
You can't hear me?
Now I hear you.
Now you hear me.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah, okay. I said I have so many tapes of yours. I have every single one of your tapes and radio tapes and everything, and I wouldn't sell them if God asked me, and I don't think there is a God anyway.
And I can tell you,
well, it's obviously a very religious group on our hands today.
Don't lend them out because that's what happened to me. That's why I'm trying to buy another one.
Well, okay.
I lent mine 2 out, and I never got them back. I was in Florida.
Your head is rattling. Your head.
Dude, my head's empty. You're talking about the devil? Like,
there's no God, there's no devil. If you don't believe there's a God, there's no devil.
Everyone calm down.
I know that's what you want.
We got Amos and Empty here. All right, listen to me.
He's trying to be Whoopi Goldberg.
All right, be quiet for a second, Vinnie.
Take off your hat.
Let me ask you something. Quickly, Vinnie, what are you here to plug? Because I've got a million things to get to today. You are a wacky listener, and I'm going to give you an opportunity.
I'm a wacky listener.
Vinnie's in here, tell me wacky stuff.
What is he up to lately?
He's at court now because he was witness to an act of perversion.
Whoa.
Yeah, the Aberdeen Police Department. I like to commend the Aberdeen Police Department
What
for
happened?
coming right down and picking them up.
What happened?
Detective Harry and, all the crew guys. This guy was by the window in a neighborhood. Around,
Where were you? What were you doing? Why were you near an act of perversion?
I was walking my girlfriend's dogs. I was walking them, and I wore around a thing, and the guy was ducking in and out of the woods.
Yeah.
And he was,
Go ahead.
And he was, I seen him walking in with a shirt, out with a shirt, and then he went against the thing. And I thought maybe he was,
Can you imagine Vinnie as a witness?
So I thought he was taking a leak. Then I got in my car about 15 minutes later to go. And I thought he was like one of those Mexican workers, and just the lawn, to go to the 7-Eleven.
This is how you're going to be in court?
There he was, doing it again.
All right, so he was obviously self-gratifying.
Been arrested for his self-gratifying himself.
He was gratifying
so
himself.
I said to my friend, I said, look, what do you see? I said, what do you think he's doing, shooting dice? I mean, come on.
Right.
And they just kept getting...
Now, did someone complain about his act of perversion?
Huh?
How did they...
Everybody's been complaining. He's been arrested like 3-4 times.
So you will be a witness?
Yeah, I got to, kind of be a witness.
Vinnie's always involved in something.
Yeah, I don't know where he lives, but there's always something going on.
Yeah, and it involves Vinnie. All right.
I got lost with Clarence Clemens.
I don't care.
Okay.
So what is it you're plugging?
What is he doing? He's driving a limo?
You driving a limo now?
Yeah, my time, brother.
Are you driving a limo now?
No. No, I drove him. I was at Trade Winds with him, and I drove him to Philly. They gave us the wrong directions. We wound up in Gettysburg.
Why were you driving Clarence Clemens?
To a gig.
Why are you driving him to a gig?
Because I was with him the night before.
Boy, Clarence has really sunk low if he has Vinnie driving.
Vinnie.
My career's changed a little bit, bud.
What are you doing now? What are you doing now?
In the world.
What?
What are you doing now? Vinny, what are you doing now? Quickly. I don't have much time.
Last night I did this song Bippy for you, which they put on cart that you had told me a long time ago.
Say this again. What did you do?
I recorded Bippy a different way. You told
what
me
is
to slow
Bippy?
it down. Bippy was the song about lighting my penis on fire. How come my Bippy doesn't bop anymore?
Oh, and you thought I liked that.
Well,
don't you know when I'm goofing on you?
Huh?
Vinny came. Vinny expects me to remember these things. I saw Vinny 20 years ago. He comes in. How long ago
I
did you
don't
listen?
even remember this song.
30 appearances I got at home.
When was the last time you were down here? A year ago?
I was here with Tony Bon Jovi, and then.
Were you here a year ago?
No.
I don't remember your song.
Because you don't like me.
That was long.
You don't like
I didn't say I didn't like it. It happens I don't like it, but I've never told you that to your face before.
I know. That's okay.
All right. You wrote a song called Bippy.
Yeah.
About lighting your penis on fire.
Yeah.
And you slowed it down
with
now.
Jim Petrillo, of course. Yeah, I slowed it down and I do it.
All right, let me hear it.
Black thing. It's.
Oh boy.
Mass production. Casper.
I'll let him plug and then I'll get him out of here. This is so retarded, this song.
My girlfriend told me just the other day, she said, I know there's something wrong. You're not yourself. You're not the same. You know, it's been too long.
What is he doing?
You used to.
All right, very good, Vinny.
And you didn't want that for the rest of your career?
Talk
I
to the
didn't
man.
say that.
You said in there. God is the devil is my witness. Over there.
I said that, Craig. I said I didn't want some because I'm doing some different things in the industry, and I didn't want to talk about it.
You said you didn't want to get an FME.
So what are you saying it for if I asked you not to say about crickets? You said, yeah.
Huh?
All right, okay. All right.
He's doing some different things in the industry.
I'm not trying to be.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to better myself.
I've
been taking a ripping up here for years. How long have you been taking a ripping up here?
A ripping?
You know? Yeah, absolutely. I come up here and get a lot of stuff.
This is home,
man. I know.
You do?
But don't die.
What?
It has to be done like this.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Say what?
Wait, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about? I think you got one up on me.
Let me stop it. I can do this thing.
All right. Listen, I don't have much time. This is what happens when you have the audience.
I really would love to know the other things that he's doing in the industry.
I know everything that's going on. Vinny, tell Robin what you're doing in the industry now. Tell Robin. Tell Robin what you're talking about.
I'm doing this is the song for the comedy. I have a rock version to Bippy, which I'm doing at the Philadelphia Music Fair, November 4th, which is not a plug because it's not a
You know this is all lies.
Yeah, I swear on my mother.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. This is it. And I'm doing my new fire act, and Bob Morton, I called his office because someone was on fire, so I'm doing my new fire act Friday at the Wine Cellar in Seaside Heights.
What does that have to do with Bob Morton?
What?
What does that have to do with Bob Morton?
Someone was on doing fire, and he did the hat trick that I did on U.S. Open Source. He took his hat off, and his head went on fire.
Yeah.
And he called himself the Fire Maniac. I didn't complain.
All right. Thank you. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
So, in other words, you've been making a lot of phone calls. This is your new
No.
thing.
I'm doing.
You have a regular job?
You mean to tell me what is it that will embarrass you though? I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's what he said in there. He said you didn't want an FME.
No, I never said I didn't want an FME. I certainly did not. I said I didn't want to talk about crickets.
I swear on your mother.
Don't swear on my mother.
I'm sorry.
Don't swear on your mother. Don't swear on my mother.
I'm sorry.
Leave my mother out of this.
All right, look, I don't have time for this.
I'm going to say my mother.
All right. Maybe I said that the words came out wrong.
I'm about to say my mother.
We might put my mother alone.
I swear to God. I mean, I'm not. I didn't
okay, then maybe.
It was a slip of the tongue. But I know what I listened to in there. You said you didn't want to FM.
I said I didn't want to mention crickets because I'm trying to do some different things with my career.
Then you said something else.
Why don't you want to mention crickets?
What is cricket?
9 years ago, I came on a show and I ate some crickets. That's to get in. I mean, you think I just go around and light my
to get into show business. Now he's proud of the fact that he lights his schlong on fire.
Yeah, he's angry at got a guy on Letterman for doing a fire act.
Well, he's elevated himself.
What?
He's
elevating himself.
I'm trying to elevate myself.
Right.
Yeah, but admit that you said that.
I can't admit what I don't think I said.
I understand.
I would admit it.
You say, listen, I'm on an FME. I don't want no FME because I'm doing something serious. Just say it. You know, the hell.
I didn't want an FME. I didn't say that. I said I didn't want to talk about crickets.
Yeah, but that was another one. Then after that, I swear.
Maybe there is a devil.
Right?
All right, I got it.
But you're not hard of hearing.
You realize nobody knows what they're talking about, and Vinny's face is twitching.
I know, and he's angry.
And he's angry, and we don't even know why he's angry.
I'm not angry. I had a bad day there, man. I watched a bird die on the street.
What is that? What is that?
No, a bird hit a window outside.
Yeah.
And it was like still alive on the ground. So I picked him up. I thought maybe it could warm him up. And he was just stunned. And I didn't kill it. And,
no, man.
So he died. I'm going to bury him. I'm not going to
He brought the bird in my studio.
No,
he did.
He's crying.
Are you carrying the bird around?
No.
Is it here?
I wrapped it up, washed my hands like they said, put it in the bottom of my suitcase. I would never mess around with you with a dead bird. I would never mess around with a damn dead bird.
That's
the thing I feel.
You killed it.
I didn't kill it. I feel bad for it. You know, I'm going to bury it. I'm going to give it a decent burial. You know, if I kill something, I eat it. If something dies in my hands, I bury it.
Eat the bird.
Eat the bird.
You put me in your movie, and I'll eat his head right now.
Oh, man. All right. You'll eat the bird right now if I put you in the movie?
You don't.
You'll eat his head?
Oh, absolutely.
You see how he said stuff? Absolutely. I said stuff and then he retracts it.
But what are you?
See how you asked him again? He said, "Well, I don't." That's what you said in there.
I want to be in the movie, and then I know.
But then when he said it again, you said,
"Oh man, leave me alone."
Hit him.
I have 2 mics.
Seriously. I'm not trying to steal time. Everything is stealing my time. We're not up here to use anybody. We're just up here to have fun.
Stealing my time.
I know that's what I'm stealing this time.
No, I'm saying every time I talk, you like yelling.
Time. We're all running from death, and we're not going to win that race.
You're running from death, man. Listen, pal, I brush death a lot more than you.
Well, we're running
a lot more than you. Believe me. My mother fell down 20 flights of stairs before I was even born. Had a
Explains everything.
I had a convulsion when I was 2. They stuck a pin in my damn thing, so I almost died.
No, I can look in your eyes and see your
I drowned. I got a clap. I had a guy pull me out of the ice. You know, I was almost dead. My father has causes him in rewards just for saving my life.
I've never seen anything like that. I've never in my life. I swear. I've been on
the demo tape?
29 years. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Like what?
Like what?
Your head is the most emptiest head I've ever seen in my life.
You are the biggest
but
ass.
you're a nice guy. That's what's going to happen. You being nice, you take up the bird, you're going to bury it. The hell with the bird.
Screw you. You don't have to like the bird. That's my problem. I happen to love animals. I ain't doing it because I'm a big animal.
I don't love you.
I think it was the big humanity thing. And who loves you besides who? You know?
That's a beef I have with my people.
That's fine.
I have a beef like that with my own people.
What have you done more than I've done?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the problem I have with my own people.
What, your own black people?
They're so nice and they're so nice. But they're not nice to me. They ain't nice to me. You know what I'm saying?
I came up with a good idea.
Oh, man.
Shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth. All right.
Now, what are you saying, King of All Blacks? That your people don't like you?
Same thing. It's just, no, they don't like each other. It's like a jealous anger.
You're saying black people don't like you?
Yeah.
Because you're a successful black janitor, right?
Successful. I'm just saying because of my mind.
Right. All right. Well, there you go.
You tell me I got no brains and you're a janitor?
A janitor. If I was a homeless bum, I would
That means I have no brains.
Well, God, why don't you let your mustache grow? These are things that don't. Why don't you let your beard grow? These are things that annoy people.
Why don't you pull your pants down when you go to the bathroom so you don't clap your pants?
Let me tell you something. You know what's selfish about people?
What?
I'm glad I'm.
I ain't selfish, pal. You can ask him. You can ask anyone in this room.
I said selfish about people. I said all people.
All people.
A lot of people are selfish. They come out there, they don't chew gum. They don't care about nobody around them. Everybody don't care. I just come in there, I'm going to take a shower and nothing. You have to think about other people. Grow a mustache, like, enhance, so other people look at you. You know what I'm saying? That's selfish. That's
Why don't you stand up, pull your pants down, bend over, maybe someone will recognize you and drive you home after the show.
I don't need anybody driving me home. I'm being serious. Don't get mad.
I'm mad because, I mean, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I get it all the time. You know what I'm saying?
But you
I
don't
live
get it
with it,
from
all
me.
right? You know, I just met
Don't
you.
listen to them.
You know, I take it from Howard. You're not Howard. You know?
No, I'm not
okay?
trying to be
All right, I'm doing his show, not your show.
God,
you know, I've been coming up here for 8 years.
Outside is a show.
You know, I busted my ass to try and get in this room.
If you go outside, it's a show.
Hiring, firing, losing.
If you go outside, it's a show.
If I go outside,
anywhere, if you go on the show,
absolutely.
we're not just here because
But what does that have to do with the devil? What does that have to do with the devil?
Is this where Donahue says we'll be right back?
All right, so.
All right, listen, you two.
I'm sorry.
Listen, man, obviously. Well, listen.
He's a little sick up.
He is.
He's a good guy.
Vinny, you gotta calm down.
I don't know.
That's my man.
Hit him.
Yeah.
I think this is.
Yo, you
I feel like I'm high because I don't understand one thing you guys are fighting
what
about.
the hell they're talking
What are you talking about,
I'm not-
mustache?
I'm just saying. If you
Are you calling him ugly?
No.
Yes.
What are you You're not a.
You think Vinny's dumb because of the bird?
I didn't see dumb. I don't know. Now I
Oh,
feel
that's
bad.
really nice.
No, okay. I'm gonna give you an example. Just like this morning when you talking to that girl about that got raped.
Right.
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 She acts like you raped her.
Right.
She's mad at you because she got raped. How do we know she didn't want to get raped?
Oh, please.
What does that have to do with the bird? What does that have to do with that bird?
That just says, how do we sit here? How do we supposed to? Oh, that's bull, man.
See, when I was growing up in high school, I was trapped in high school with people like this, and I used to go nuts. I just didn't understand why my parents put me there.
But then you soaked it in.
Yeah, I soaked it in already.
Somehow.
I got to soak you to it.
Welcome back.
All right, quickly, King of All Blacks. What brings?
Okay, like she asked you about, you know.
Why are black people voting for Marion Barry?
I have no idea. It's an embarrassment.
Do you think O.J. is guilty or innocent?
Guilty.
Of course.
Innocent.
But I'm gonna tell you why he's
Celeste,
guilty.
you think O.J. You are a white person?
I think O.J. was knocked right from the very beginning by you and all the press. I'm sorry to say to you.
What's the press got to do
All
with
the
whether
press-
he did it or not?
Everything. I don't think he did it. He
I can
was
tell you why he
told.
did it.
Everybody said in the newspaper right before, even before he got arrested. Everybody said O.J.'s guilty. They saw him with handcuffs
But
on.
he's an abusive husband. He had a motive. He was a stalker.
This is before anybody knew
There
any
was
of that.
blood found on the scene.
No, this is before
What more
anybody
evidence
knew
do you
any
need?
of that. This is
Oh,
before anybody knew any of
please.
that.
Oh.
I can tell you why he did it.
When someone is fleeing.
Not only is he guilty, I'll give you a reason why.
Why
he's
did he
guilty.
do it?
Seriously, because this is a place where I can voice, man.
Go ahead. Tell us why he did it.
Voice.
Huh?
Why did he do
did it because I'm telling you the truth. He did it because he thought he was white. He shaved off his mustache and beard, being selfish. He saved up, I'm going to be a white man. I got my eyes out. I'm going to join the golf club. What does a nigga know about a golf club? A golf
Is this why he killed her?
Seriously, I mean, you think about what does a nigga know about golfing?
Right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I don't know either.
It doesn't bother me.
What do you mean, what does he know about golfing? Who do you think's carrying the bag?
Okay.
Come on. Oh, now you're going to be mad. I hang around with more black people than you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do, brother.
Vinny, I'll say it again. You have no talent.
No, he's clapping. Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you why.
I gotta ask you something. Hold on.
No, I want to hear King of All Blacks.
Why? Don't you think if O.J. had done this, he wouldn't have gone to Chicago? He would have gone to Egypt or some other far
Egypt.
that has no extradition.
What does the nigga know about
Because then he wouldn't come back. Then he wouldn't have to come back. Because he wouldn't be going through this.
Listen.
I still don't know why he called Nicole. I know why he shouldn't.
I'm going to tell you why he did it.
Why did he do it?
He thought, he thought he was white, had the whole facade and all of this. He left us way behind.
Right.
Listen, seriously. And then, if she was caught out of our house with a black man, she would still be alive.
Oh,
you know
think
why?
it was a white guy? That she was with a white guy?
Yeah, you know
She was
what?
with Goldman.
Yeah.
So when O.J. saw her, he was riding around the block. He heated, he mad. You know what I mean? Because it happened to all of us.
Right.
But it doesn't turn violent.
Right.
But when he saw her with that white guy, all of these years he'd been pretending to be white. When he saw that white guy, he was like, I'm booked. I'm gonna kill that white guy. I did all this work to be white.
Right.
And he was black. He was going, oh, that's a white guy.
Right.
You know.
All right, I hear you.
What's going on, Nicole?
All right, listen. King of all blacks, why are you here today? Just saying hi and...
No, I want to ask you about a lot of things. I'm selling some nice
you got something to sell? All right, what are you selling?
But some nice teeth. Don't look at it like that. These are good teeth.
No, I'm giving you a plug. Go ahead.
I know. I'm they're thick. I love
that's nice. I Love Me T-shirts. And where do you sell those?
Huh?
Did you make those yourself?
All right. Make I Love Me, 1995. Make checks payable to King Shirts, P.O. Box 1791, 650 Palisade Avenue, Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey. 7632-0791 is the zip. Okay, very good.
But that's not all I wanted to ask you about. I wanted to ask you about this rap video show I had.
Oh, dear.
I know you have a production company. I swear, you know I would never come with no rap.
Go ahead. Yeah, what is the pitch?
But it has a different edge to it.
Really?
I can't say the edge on the air, and it'll never get old. The show will never get old. A half-hour show on...
Does it star you? Are you in it?
I'm the host.
You're the host?
Yeah, the rap video show.
All right, well, I'll talk to you off the air.
Seriously.
All right, well, perhaps...
It'll never get old. It'll never get old.
Will it get old, though? Will it get old?
Never. The show can't get old because of the edge.
In other words,
does it have an edge?
I'm going to tell you, the edge is the whole key. Nobody's never done it before. You got to listen to me, seriously.
But you're a sanitation worker. Do you think I should bank my...
I'm not trying to be like that on my lap, trying to,
You're trying to elevate yourself.
There's nothing wrong with that.
All right. Vinny, you wanted to plug what, quickly?
I am.
And then I'm going to talk to Celeste. What do you want?
I'm going to be at the Wine Cellar in Seaside Heights. I'll be giving away a couple of books.
Okay.
And Seaside Heights at the Boardwalk Friday night. 2 comedians, Jam and Jim, and myself.
And Celeste, you are the world's biggest Howard Stern fan. You have a shrine to me in your home, and you've tattooed yourself twice with my picture.
Once on my butt and once on my leg.
Oh, I haven't seen the one on your leg. Is that right? You tattooed your leg?
Yeah, got a nice new one on my
leg. And
leg.
what is on your leg?
It's the picture of the poster with for governor underneath it.
Walk over there.
Wow.
I'm so disappointed, Howard.
That I'm not the
I
governor.
would have voted for you, but I'm not going to vote for anybody else. It's a shame.
Yes.
I know a lot of people aren't going to vote at all because you're not running.
I was drummed out of the race.
I know. I think that stinks.
Yes, exactly, Celeste.
If you'd become governor, you could have changed that.
You could write in.
I can write in a vote still? Well, I'm going to. I have that on my answering machine. Everybody who wants to vote for Howard Stern, write in a vote.
All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to say goodbye to you all now. What? What does it say loud? I can hear you.
I mean, I want you to just listen to my... I have to tell you all day.
All right, I'll tell you what. After Celeste and Vinny leave, I'll let you stay in here. You can tell me some things.
All right, and let me hear the... Oh, can I hear the when you went to interview the people about Marion Barry, please?
Yes.
I love to hear
You can hear that.
I had more fun at the Libertarian convention than anything. I met loads and loads of people.
Thank you, Celeste.
I met my friend Ginger, who brings over...
all right, nobody loves to be loved so much.
All right, let me...
Hey, Mouth. Hey, Mouth.
Hey, how are you?
I do this all day.
Let me take a break,
When
Rob.
do you have time to hold trash?
Celeste, Vinny, thank you very much for coming by.
You see, Mouth? You see, you got us kicked out here now.
No, that's all right. What is that, Vinny?
No. Your time was up.
Working on a pretty good imitation of Judge Ito.
Yeah, the problem with Celeste is when you have her up, she never wants to leave, and she gets insulted that you don't have her on for the whole show.
You have a Vinny. A Vinny has an impression of Judge Ito.
Go ahead, Vinny, real quick. Do your impression of Judge Ito.
Today we're having Chinese food, and our cook for the day is O.J. Simpson, who's going to chomp them all up. It's the voice I'm working on now. Does it sound like him a little bit?
Sorry, King of All Blacks, what do you think of that?
Ask him what does he think of that.
I told you the voice.
You should know that. Why would you do that? What makes you do that?
Judge Ito talks like this. I'm not finished.
I can do Louis Armstrong. Hello, Sally. Well, hello.
All right, I got to get out of here. These two idiots.
I don't. Hey.
He makes sense.
Good luck. I go to my bed and
I hope you saw.
Because when you wake up, it starts all over again. People like this.
Have a nice life, King.
All right. Thanks, Vinny. Thanks, Celeste. Thanks, King of All Blacks. We'll be back right after these words. All right. I like this. That's David Lee.
That's from the new album?
Yeah, it's from his last album, yeah. No, just sit quiet. Relax. Another one. King of All Blacks is here.
I don't know if you want.
All right, take it easy. King of All Blacks. I kicked Vinny and Celeste out. I had enough of them. I like King of All Blacks commentary.
You're my man. You my man, man.
You know why I like seeing all blacks? I grew up in a black neighborhood, as you know,
He
Robin.
reminds you of your childhood.
He brings me back to everybody I knew in my
All
childhood.
rolled up.
And since I am writing about my childhood for the movie right now, and I happen to be in the black neighborhood part of my life, I need to be near you just to refresh my memory.
To be inspired.
Yeah, you're inspiring me.
On camera?
Yeah, you're giving me that rotten nostalgia that I need. I was locked in a classroom with about 50 guys just like you.
Yeah, running around.
Making no sense.
I don't understand.
It's the greatest days of my life.
Having ridiculous conversations about nothing.
Facial hair.
Well, I've walked into I wish I could say this, but I can't.
Why?
I get killed.
By who?
Everybody. But the stuff that I think about, man, that's crazy. I go in the certain schools, and I go in these other schools. It's a whole different thing.
Yeah. I don't know why I can barely hear you. That microphone really sucks. We have the worst microphones here at the station.
It's really horrible.
I can't explain to them why they're bad microphones.
Because you cannot hear the guests.
No.
That's why.
No.
No?
You can't hear them. You just
I'm
can't hear the
West Indian,
guests.
too. You know that?
What?
I'm West Indian.
You're West Indian?
Yeah.
All black guys say they're
No,
West
my
Indian.
parents are from Barbados.
Really?
Where were you born?
In New York.
Well, you're a New Yorker.
You're a black.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get away. Trying to get away.
He's in here telling me he had sex with a model last night.
A model what?
Did you really have sex with a model?
Yeah. No, she's not a model, but she works. She's a very nice-looking young lady.
Really?
Yeah.
First
She
time.
has modeled.
She never modeled.
Well, why did you tell him she was a model?
Model, you know, like she's model. She looked like a model. She's a model. You know, like she's fun.
Didn't he tell me she was a model?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in here bragging. Now it turns out it's not a model. What is it, Stuttering Chuck?
Oh, no. I'm just waiting to see what you...
No, I don't need you.
Okay.
All right, goodbye. Just stand there.
Oh, man. He's getting better.
And you didn't wear a condom?
No. I mean, it came up. It was like, I see it on TV all the time. It was weird. I got so angry when she said, do you have a condom? I didn't get sympathetic, like, no, babe. I didn't,
You didn't have any condoms in the house?
I'm nervous. I am nervous.
That's why he's talking about death.
Yeah. You're not nervous. You think it's a big joke.
No, I am nervous. But I was saying I knew it for a couple of months. I took up the City Island.
Right.
Well, that makes it clean right
Man,
there.
right. $30 a plate. He gonna give you that. Raw or not raw.
All right, I told King of All Blacks he could stay here while we do the news, Robin.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you could stay in for the news. If there's any black stories that come up. Unfortunately, I can't get to my tape today of Mayor Marion Barry.
Just one person.
Give me a little taste.
All right, little taste? All right.
It's either that or Vicky Lake.
We went to Washington, and we asked people, why are you voting for a guy who was convicted of crack possession?
Well, actually, Marion Barry.
Yeah, I said, Marion Barry is going to be the mayor of Washington, D.C. again.
He did time in jail for possession of narcotics, illegal narcotics, and for taking them. And they had him on videotape taking them.
A lot of black people that I've heard say, they go, well, he's one of us, and you white people just don't want him being our mayor.
You got to give a guy another chance, is what I've heard.
And why would they?
This is a good topic today.
You like this topic?
I love all these topics because they're something I can relate to. Why are you embracing this man? He's been smoking crack.
Right.
You've never smoked crack.
You think the Jewish community would accept somebody if they smoke crack?
Have you ever smoked crack?
This guy was telling me, no, I know, of course not.
You just made a point. Other communities do not embrace, they don't want to be represented by drug addicts.
No, they don't.
Well, a typical example is that guy from...
they don't want to be embarrassed.
The Brooklyn or the Bronx, he came back after going to jail for some kind of a tax evasion thing. And he was running for office, but he was voted, nobody voted for him.
Right.
Because a lady was on a plane going somewhere. I don't know where she was going. I think she was going to Washington or somewhere. She was on the plane. She was talking about these Jewish people on the plane. They want the whole soda, and they got to have all these peanuts and this and that. What's wrong with that? You playing for you don't have to sit there being nice.
Right. All right.
Involve
You're
yourself.
getting off the...
No, I'm not. When
what are you talking about?
Go get it.
Right.
Don't sit there and wait for somebody to give it to you.
Okay, there you go. All right, let's hear what black people in Washington had to say.
I'm serious.
We know you're serious.
Can I ask you a few questions for WJFK for broadcast?
Yeah.
Is that cool? Can I ask you a few questions? I won't take too much of your time. First of all, you're going to be voting for Marion Barry as the next mayor of Washington?
Won't be the next one.
You what?
Won't be the next one.
You don't think he'll be the next mayor? No? You call yourself a Republican or a Democrat?
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
The president. That's crazy. A president.
He calls himself the president.
All right, now that's just a teaser of what you're going to hear tomorrow. You don't get any more. That's crazy.
Then they'll get mad at you for saying it.
We went up to people randomly. I don't know how a guy talks.
Just walked up to somebody and asked a question.
If you think that's racist, that's your business.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say.
I don't think it's racist.
Me neither. I'm with you. That's a teaser of what you get tomorrow on the show.
I think you're in for it.
Yeehaw! All right, we'll be back right after these words with the news, Robin. Give you a chance to prepare your opening
Thank you
statements.
very much.
You're listening to the Howard
Stones?
Stern Show. Once again,
who is
Howard Stern?
Rolling Stuttering John.
No, that's the Rolling Stones?
Stuttering John.
I don't want that song.
Okay.
It sounds like the Rolling Stones. I don't like that.
Ooh.
I don't want that song on my show.
What's wrong with that song?
I don't like it.
You have to like the Rolling Stones.
That's not the Rolling Stones.
Oh.
I like Stuttering John's record, but I don't like that.
Boy, you have strong opinions about music, don't you?
I can't hear that on my show. It just brought me way down. Give me a different intro.
Okay, here you go.
I hate that.
92.3
No, I got that one. I always hear that. Just do a new one.
Just hit the right one.
I want a bunch of new ones. And let who is approving the music? Why does everyone have to be a Stuttering John song?
K-Rock.
Hello, this is Julie Kavner.
No, I don't want to hear that. I just wanted to hear a regular. Forget it. Damn.
Let me say
Dag.
it. Let me say it.
What? Say it.
Now you're back with the Howard Stern Show.
All right, let's do the news, Robin. Every song has to be a Stuttering John song?
Well, you know how Fred likes to mix it all up.
Yeah. I'm going to supervise that. Fred, you can say no to him once in a while.
Who's that?
Stuttering John.
Okay.
He gave them all the musical beds, so they just put them all down.
Yeah.
We're going between the two. Actually, the three.
All right, thank you. Robin, what's in the news? We have King of All Blacks joining us this morning.
Yes, and I do have some black news for him.
Good.
Very comfortable in there.
Agriculture Secretary Mike Espy has had to tender his resignation, Howard, as a result of what looks like some breaches of ethical conduct as he was administering the Department of Agriculture. It seems that he accepted a lot of tickets to sports events from poultry companies and meatpacking subsidiaries.
Right.
So
those are the very people he's supposed to regulate.
Yes, especially Tyson Foods, which is a big poultry firm out of Arkansas with very close ties to the Clinton administration. That's the thing that got him into the most trouble. He accepted $700 in tickets to the Super Bowl game.
What's the matter?
Tyson Foods.
I mean, yeah.
Doesn't that bother you? Let me explain it to you.
Well, he knows it's a kickback, he says. He doesn't mind that.
You don't mind it's a kickback?
No.
Listen, the guy is... Let me tell you
I mean, hey, listen, if you defending a poultry company, you say, listen, hey...
No, listen to me. And put him on a different microphone. Just give him.
I can't hear him at all.
Give him a different microphone. I have to battle.
Give him two.
This is the same kind.
Let me hear that. That's better. I pointed out to this company, but they don't want to listen to me because they think I'm a kook.
Yeah.
They don't think I know what I'm talking about.
Right. And then when you get that rap video show, they're going to think, we doing a rap video show now?
Anyway, Howard.
Anyway, the point I'm making is that people don't understand this. In fact, 60 Minutes did a great piece on it. The guy who owns Tyson, Don Tyson, is close to the Clinton administration. Don Tyson allows this guy, Espy, to use the Tyson chicken plane.
Right.
To go to sporting events.
Gives him free tickets to the sporting events.
And I think he paid for the ticket for himself, but his girlfriend got to go free.
Well, this is after it was all brought up.
Yeah.
See, he never paid for it.
I see.
It was always after somebody said something, then he started paying for this.
That's got to bother you. There's got to be some standard.
He also had to repay the government $6,200 for a lease of a Jeep Cherokee that he sometimes uses for his personal use when he's down in Jackson, Mississippi. A girlfriend of his received a scholarship from Tyson Foods that they usually use for their employees. she has now paid back that money.
Okay, and also the beef industry has
It's
said...
complaining about him.
Yeah, they said this guy's been real tough on us, and he's real easy on the chicken guys.
I just thought he took a couple of tickets. He did a lot more
No,
than
he
that.
was easing. It looked like the regulations against the on the chicken industry were being eased, while meat was being looked at more stringently.
In other words, if you're a friend and you give a couple of gifts,
that's cool.
You're going to be treated well. You don't want to be represented.
No, I'm saying if you take a couple of gifts, that's cool. But
why is that cool?
Scholarships and,
you don't really think that. You're being outrageous now.
No.
Really?
No,
you think a couple of gifts is okay?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If somebody says, here's some tickets.
In other words, if I meet the FCC chairman and I say, here's a couple of Knicks tickets, and I'm going to make you, I'm going to get you a plane ride to Hawaii, maybe he'd ease up on me. But then nobody allows me to do that. I would like to do that. I would like to have influence with the head of the FCC.
Yeah, but you couldn't do it.
Why can't I do it?
Why
no.
All right, forget him.
All
Yeah,
right,
but go
that
ahead.
doesn't
Yes.
make any sense. Well, anyway, here is Secretary Espy yesterday talking to the press after the president reluctantly accepted his resignation.
Seemed as if, I was just twisting in the wind. And as these allegations continued, the twisting continued, and the bow finally broke in my mind. I need more time to defend myself from these charges, and the fact is that the president deserves, full-time Secretary of Agriculture.
Hey, you can't defend yourself on those charges.
Well, he claims he's done nothing wrong, still claims his innocence. No charges have been filed yet. There is a special prosecutor considering an indictment, but none has been determined. But he says he needs more. He's being distracted from his duties as Secretary of Agriculture by these allegations. So that's why he's decided to step down as of December 31st.
Well, call it whatever you want.
It's a society, man, where we live in, that's how it is. Like with the police, taking money. I mean, how can you put people around all of that money and not expect them to take a little bit?
Oh, we can't expect people to be honest and forthright and do what they're supposed to do?
I wish, but no, that's never going to happen. Are you going to stop being called a nigger? When we die, we're going to be... I mean, why fight these little things like this, man? Hey, he called, like the guy when the Ku Klux Klan guy called up.
Right.
He's talking. No, he's talking what he wants to say.
Right.
This guy calls up, man. He's mad that he's going to kick the guy's ass, whatever. Can I say the ass? And he's going to kick his ass, whatever, for what he's... I mean, who cares what he said? It's funny. It's funny. I was laughing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right, there you go. Well, that's a good
I don't know if these are equal points you're arguing.
All right, go ahead, Robin. Continue to do it. You're right. You're
Nicole
absolutely
Brown
right.
Simpson, they have looked at her will now, and it seems that she is left an estate of $700,000, according to court papers.
OJ probably wants that money.
We don't know exactly how it's all split up or whose names are in the will. It would be nice to know if she left OJ anything.
She didn't. It says in the paper today that she didn't.
Is that right? Because the account I have says that they've sealed it.
It's been left to her kids.
And they don't identify where all the money is going. And her father will be the executor of the estate.
It's in a trust fund for those two kids.
Is that right? Well,
yeah.
They will have something, won't they?
His money.
Well, that's from the divorce.
From the divorce. It's his trust fund.
Right.
Well, black people and white people make pretty babies. They sure
I like the way that OJ's kids look.
There's nothing prettier than a white,
a blonde hair and a tan skin.
Oh, and that nice long hair.
She's going to be a knockout.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's taboo, but it's good for you.
That's right. Coffee ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And I know nobody wants to hear that, but a black baby and a black girl and a white girl and a black man. Oh, it don't care how ugly he is. You know what I'm saying? He could be lack. He's just going to even out. It's going to be beautiful.
Wait a minute. I got to get this straight now.
The skin's not going to be too dark, in other words.
Like the horseradish.
If the guy is really black, he's ugly.
No, in the black community, guys who are really super black are goofed on. I grew up in a black community.
I know they're goofed on. I'm just asking him, does he think that's really ugly?
Yeah, when I was in Roosevelt, other black guys who had like a nice light skin.
Why do you say nice?
A nice light skin, because I grew up in a black community. They would go, man, look at that nigga over there. That's how they would talk. They go, and they go, He is so black. Daddy is black as night, man.
Doing
Look
it
how
today.
fun. Yeah, right?
Today.
In the black community.
Well,
Today.
I don't want to talk
Not
to you
back
about
then.
this, Howard.
Today.
I want to talk to the king of all blacks.
Go ahead. Am I right?
Excuse me, I want to ask you a question.
Ask me.
I didn't ask him that question.
Ask me.
I want to know from you, do you think a black person with dark skin is automatically ugly simply because they're dark?
Black like space.
Just really black, midnight black.
Midnight black.
Does it come with the red eyes?
No,
Whatever.
black.
Just
Real black.
They're just black.
Be honest.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
You do?
Oh,
That's all right. You can tell us the truth. You're the king of all blacks. You have to tell us.
Yes.
King of all light black.
Right.
I'm not like, I have to be true. I can't look at him and you and just, I can't
You
lie.
can't lie.
No.
I knew he couldn't lie.
You don't like anyone really too dark.
No.
See, there is a pecking order.
Okay.
There is a pecking order, a
But they're
stereotype.
nice people.
Please. And a
I have no other choice but to be nice. No,
there's a stigma to being
I know.
dark-skinned in the
Yeah.
black community.
That's right.
There's a stigma. It's not going to change. So just go to bed, man. Let it all rest.
Right.
Let it all rest.
Go ahead, Robin. Continue with the news because I really am losing my. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Judge Ito is still considering banning all cameras from the courtroom and has decided to have a hearing. He loves hearings, I think.
Yes, he does.
He has decided to hold a hearing on whether he should ban cameras on November 7th. Now, why would he have to have a hearing? And I do understand, Howard, I know you said that it was impossible for him to do, but apparently under California law, there is a certain discretion on the part of the judge where he can ban cameras if he decides that they are a hindrance to the orderliness of the trial.
The cameras, my point I was making is the cameras so far in the O.J. case have not been a hindrance. He can't prove that. The only thing that Judge Ito has described as a hindrance was a report by KMBC Television that they put out erroneous information.
But you don't understand what I'm saying. The judge can determine.
The judge
doesn't have to
It doesn't matter.
anyone else
It will not happen.
whether it is a hindrance or
I hear
not.
you.
He can decide that on his own.
It will not happen.
You think he's not going to ban these cameras? Because they also say he could
He
have
loves
the
it.
option.
He loves it.
He loves the
He's right.
attention.
You're right.
He loves
I
it.
thought you were going to win, Robin, but he's right.
me.
It's not a matter of winning.
Excuse me, I'm not done yet.
Judge Ito will not ban the cameras. Period.
Ito has
He's trying to make
an
himself look more
option,
powerful.
Howard,
Right.
and he's getting off on the power, I think. And the power to say, I'll only have 3 reporters in the courtroom might be the thing that sways him. Because he could also go to a pool reporter concept in conducting this trial, and that might be how he decides to go. And then we'd again have the situation that we had with the jury selection, where these 2 reporters are the only ones who can give us information as to what's going on inside the courtroom.
Judge Ito will not ban the
You
cameras.
murdered those people.
He loves it.
Why would you have all of those lawyers if you didn't? I mean, come on, man. You shouldn't have killed those people, man, and that's it. You should have just let it rest, man.
Well, in hindsight, I'm sure.
I mean, we don't really know if he did or not, but how could blood get on your truck?
You are the order. You sit down. You black man, you know nothing. You shut up. On the California Raw, you are the order.
Kamala make bad trial.
All right, see me on television.
Subway gunman
Tiny man important in black robe judging black man.
What is that, Judge Ito?
All right, see me on the television.
You'd like to see you on television?
All right,
So
Chinese
you're not
man.
going to ban cameras?
Chinese chinky Chinese man.
Say what? Chinese what? Chinese chinky man? What? What? Say it again. What?
Yeah, Chinese chinky man like me, important in black robe. Judge, black man. You see, black and black. Right.
All right, we're going to take a
I
break.
ride the dragon.
All right, we'll take a break, and then we'll be back right after these words. Go ahead, King of All Blacks. Try and stump the joke man. Real quick.
Okay. It was...
King of All Blacks has a joke he wants to try and stump Jackie.
Okay, it was a white girl, and she wanted to have sex with a black man. So she goes to this club in search of a black man, you know. So she goes to this club and, you know, down in the hood, whatever, wherever they.
So it's not really a riddle; it's more of a story.
It's a joke.
Oh, it's a joke. All right, so you don't have to. So you're not trying to stump the joke man.
This is on my CD.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell it anyway.
Okay. So
Real
she
quick.
goes down to the club. She goes down to the club, and she finds him. So she takes him back to the house, and they get all engaged, and she's hot. So he ties her up to the bed, right? And she goes, do what you do best. Do what y'all people do best. Do what y'all do best. So he took all the furniture and left the house.
That's on your CD, Jackie? Yeah, good for you.
I got lots of them.
You're a great joke, though. I didn't know. As a matter of fact, I'm sorry I even said the joke, because I don't ever want to say anybody else's stuff.
No.
Well, it's not his joke.
It's just a good joke.
Oh, I thought...
Yeah, I get lots of those jokes.
I got another one.
Go ahead, quickly.
Okay, very quickly. There was this little boy. And his mother. So he goes outside. And
Were they black?
No, that's not a racist joke.
Black.
So
Make them black.
All right, make them black.
All right, because you're king of all blacks, so you should tell black jokes.
There's two black people, black kids. So he runs outside the house. So it's hot outside. So his mother says, come inside and take a shower with me. So the little kid runs in the shower, and he looks at her.
Private area?
A private area, and says, what's that, Mom? She said, that's a washcloth. That's your joke, too?
No, I don't.
That's a washcloth, so don't even worry about what that is. That's a washcloth. So he goes down, the next day he's playing game, gets hot, then she comes inside again, they took a shot. He said, what's that? She said, I told you yesterday. Don't tell me no more. Now they black, so I told you yesterday. Now don't you tell me. Don't ask me again what that is. It's a washcloth. So she got tired of it, so she shaved it off. So the little kid comes in the shower again and says, Mommy, where's your washcloth? She said, I lost it. Don't even worry about where that washcloth is gone.
Right.
So the next day she's washing dishes, so the kid runs up to the mother and says, oh, Mommy, the housekeeper found your washcloth and she's washing Daddy's face with it.
That's pretty good.
Write that one down.
I love that joke.
Hey, I like that.
There's a friend of mine just mouthing the words. He hates that. Here come that joke again.
That's a good joke.
Good night.
Jackie all upset. Jackie won't laugh at someone else telling, and it's the same dumb jokes he tells.
It's okay.
Why won't you laugh at him? Why are you staring?
I know the joke. That's fine.
But why wouldn't you laugh at the guy?
I did laugh.
I mean, if you told it,
You got Fred play.
Jackie every night tells his own jokes
And laughs
at them hysterically.
And I have yet to tell a joke in here and have you guys laugh at it.
That's not true.
Well, that's not true. I smile.
He's angry when someone else tells a joke.
Stop like that's his
That was
thing.
professional jealousy.
Dare you let him come in and
The
tell
guy's a sanitation worker.
It's a rank amateur.
I mean, he's not in competition with you.
There's no winning in here.
Okay.
Tell jokes.
Oh, you should see, like, this is how Joke Man was.
Yesterday or the day before, Howard.
Yeah, Rottweiler.
I never get jokes.
Yesterday or the day before, he simply thought of the punchline to a joke and started laughing hysterically in here.
Oh, yeah, because it was his punchline.
Right, and it's in his own head, in his voice.
King of all blacks has a joke. Forget it.
He can't laugh.
I know that already.
Yeah.
Then I looked at Jackie while I was there.
I knew it the second you started it.
That was going to be on my
I was looking for his acceptance with the joke.
And then
That's why I
what
kept looking
happened?
at him.
Great joke.
Yeah, he wouldn't give you acceptance.
Yeah, I looked at him for it. I was like,
He's
he was
not
like,
giving you your props, man.
that's why I thought you knew the joke, because he looked at me like,
Yeah, I know it. And then what happened? I did tell the joke.
So where's the joke?
Yeah.
You don't tell it right.
Yeah. It's all in the delivery. The rhythm commits people to the laugh at the end.
If you're not a professional comedian, Jackie can't laugh at you.
Oh, you wouldn't give the King of all blacks a break.
When it's funny, it's funny.
cold. It's so much cold in here.
All right, let's continue the
But
news.
you know how Jackie always, he's a funny guy, but it's always me.
Yeah, right.
But a guy just coming to tell him a joke.
Well, Jackie doesn't want to think that a sanitation worker, could step on a stage and do the same thing he does.
Do I
understand
garbage? No.
Subway gunman Bernhard Goetz says he's been libeled by a book written by activist lawyer William Kunstler. In that book, Kunstler describes Goetz as a murderous vigilante. Goetz, of course, is the man who on the subway a few years ago shot 4 men who were trying to rob him. He has filed a $30 million suit against the lawyer. It's the 5th libel suit Goetz has filed against Kunstler. I guess he's really after him.
Well, you can understand why Bernhard Goetz is a little pissed off.
Yeah, I can understand that.
He's on a subway. He's about to get his brains bashed. Then he takes out his gun and shoots these horrible people. And
say it.
Say what? I don't have any idea what you're saying. I really don't. He shoots these maniacs.
What is wrong with
Maybe you better leave King of All Blacks.
I told you
What are you
before,
trying to
it's
say?
Two different type of people. It's okay. It's two different types of black people. There's Negroes, there's niggas. Those guys that he shot were niggas.
All right. Okay,
Life is
whatever.
Simple.
All right,
Life
whatever.
is simple, and that's the way it is. That's the way we're gonna die, and then that's it.
All right, so what we're saying here is that he took these guys and he shot them.
Which any of us would have done.
Right.
We were there.
And this consular and everyone else goes after this Bernhard Getz and ruined his life.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was protecting himself. It was a clear case of protecting himself. And they said, well, he fired too many bullets once they were down. Well,
He's
excuse
a
me.
vigilante.
Yeah, vigilante. Some vigilante.
So anyway, he's suing him for the fifth time, this time for $30 million. I didn't
Bernhard-
know he had tried suing Kunstler before.
If Bernhard Getz had been a black guy and shot other black guys on a train, there wouldn't have been any, you wouldn't have even read about it in the paper.
That's not true, but we'll go on.
Go ahead, doubt it all you want. She knows it's true.
Oh, Howard.
I always wanted to see you when
Happens all the time in the news. Happens all the time.
Happens all the time, and the black men get weapons possession charges filed against them just like everybody else.
Wrong.
Ozzy.
Just happened. You read the story about a month ago. There was a guy up in, I think it was in Spanish Harlem, who was attacked by two boys, young boys, on the street. He took out an illegal gun. He shot him down. And then they decided not to prosecute.
They had to investigate, though, didn't they?
They sure did. It was the same
and
as Bernhard
you read about
Getz.
it in the paper, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
That's all I'm saying. You said that didn't happen.
The guy didn't see jail. He didn't go to trial. And he didn't lose any money on legal fees.
Well, you said you wouldn't even read about it in the paper, and I said that's
All right. So you would read about it in the paper. You're right. It was on page 39, I think.
The black cop that shot those little kids that had the toy guns.
You read about it in the paper, didn't you?
Yeah, but did you see what he said the next day?
What did he say?
He's thinking about quitting the force because he feels that bad.
Well, that's understandable.
What's that got to do with anything? All right, go ahead.
How does that help your argument?
All I'm telling you is, in fact, if Bernhard Getz had been black, excuse me, if Bernhard Getz had been black, no one would have even bothered to pick up the bodies. They'd still be there. No one would have even noticed.
You're so cold. You're so cold. An inmate at a Long Island jail who said she agreed to sex with a corrections officer through the bars of her cell, consequently became pregnant, and now has officially filed a suit against the county for violating her civil rights.
You know how many women, Robin, can't get pregnant? They go to bed with their husbands every night.
And no bars between.
No bar. This is a guy having sex with a woman between bars. I mean, so he had to have a lot of length. I don't know about girth, but length.
He was into it. You know, I can't believe.
All right.
Mary Ann Trent is 30. She arrived at the Suffolk County Jail in Riverhead on July 6th and began serving a 90-day sentence for shoplifting. A corrections officer offered to trade her cigarettes for sex. She agreed. And the corrections officer, whose name she can't remember, had intercourse with her. Even though she gave her consent, the offer of sex would be considered an act of coercion because this was a man in a superior position, because he was supervising her custody. So she can now sue for the violation of her civil rights. And we'll probably pay her.
Yeah. She decides to have sex with the guy for some cigarettes, and now we'll have to pay her.
And she agreed.
What else you got there, Robin?
Well, there will be a private memorial service for
Jackie Marlowe.
Harriet Nelson. Of course, the mother on the Ozzie and Harriet show died over the weekend on Friday night at the age of 85. She was suffering from emphysema. No, it's not.
I hated that show, I got to tell you. Ozzie and Harriet.
A couple of times.
And they always drag up those old clips when they...
Yeah, I was so sick of that.
She died at home of congestive heart failure.
Probably died of boredom watching that old show. And Ricky Nelson, and I'm sick of that whole family. All them Nelsons.
They always drag up those old clips of when they were young.
You must have laughed. You must have laughed.
Girl died. You said that young woman on the TV died.
Yeah.
And
Who's
then they
that?
saw the next time, like OJ's mother. She's like a mummy. She looked like a mummy.
Right.
She had that big puff.
Mother.
I'm so happy my mother doesn't look like that.
I know.
Holy
it's embarrassing.
Look at your mother.
Right.
Oh,
Did you see OJ's mother go visit him in prison?
Whoa.
Looked like a
Ananka.
Yeah.
And the people are serious. You know, they interviewing this stuff. I'll be giggling. I wouldn't be good at that.
You wouldn't be good at interviewing OJ's mother?
I'd be like, you have anything to say? As soon as you open them, I'd be like, yo, man.
Yeah, let's see. Look at that. She's got like 3 teeth missing.
OJ couldn't buy her teeth.
There she is.
Wow.
Oh, look at that hat.
Then I said, you think your son killed those people? No.
No.
Of course not.
Well, I think it's always funny, too, when you see Ozzy, you bring it up, Ozzy and Harriet clips, and they're showing you this young woman, and then they show you Harriet being interviewed right before she died, and she's 175 years old.
It scares you.
Yeah.
You say, damn, I'm gonna...
Yeah,
Boy, that must have been a terrible illness. Look at how bad she is.
Boy, she's ravaged. Someone tied her face in a knot.
Then if you say it out loud, somebody's looking at the TV. Like this girl got up and said, you know, that's why we could never make it, because you're so stupid. I was like, I'm stupid.
All right.
You're getting up and leaving, and I'm stupid.
All right, go ahead.
On another tangent.
Yeah, well, you got to take the good with the bad.
A Marine says she's being threatened with less than honorable discharge because of false rumors. And an innocent kiss on the cheek from another woman got her labeled a lesbian.
A lot of women like to kiss each other on the cheek.
Yeah, I can't imagine being labeled a lesbian for that. Lance Corporal Elena Martinez, a 21-year-old dispersing clerk at the New River Marine Air Station in North Carolina, faces an administrative discharge board tomorrow. She's married but separated from her husband, and she denies being a lesbian.
Are you a lesbian?
Her lawyer said that the Marine Corps investigation violates the Pentagon's don't ask, don't tell policy on homosexuals. The allegations stem from rumors in 1991 that she and another woman had been having sex, and she says she also received an innocent kiss on the cheek from a woman that apparently had been seen by one of her male accusers.
What was the woman's name who you kissed on the cheek?
Why can't people just mind their own business? What difference does it make?
Because we're nosy.
What else we got, Robin?
I see that Don Johnson is coming back to television. You know, the guy from
He's
Miami.
got a rap show with an edge.
The guy from Miami Vice hasn't been able to really make it in the world of big screen movies.
Right.
So he's rushing back to TV. He signed a deal with CBS to do another series for the 1995-96 season. They don't know exactly what it will be yet.
They always hire these guys. They always hire these guys. They always hire these guys, and they don't know what to do with them. And the obvious thing to do is have them play a bartender who's got a drinking problem.
Oh, that's funny.
You know, like,
He can't drink.
yeah, but instead he's going to play a dad with a nice family.
You
and,
think so?
Yeah, oh,
Not
yeah.
another cop?
With the liquor face. He's going to have his liquor face still.
Yeah, they should get him really drunk. They should let him
when
really
you drink a lot and you're not drunk, you still have a liquor face.
They should let him just drink on the show.
I like that.
Hey, shut up.
Just roll the cameras. Just roll it. Don't stop them now. I'm rolling. Just roll them.
TV's Don Johnson.
TV's Don Johnson.
Remember me?
CBS. Suckers. Sucker Network.
And you know, even if the show's a hit, which it won't be, but even if it's a hit, and they'll name the show Don and everything, and he'll quit after a year.
You think so?
Yeah, or he'll be fired or something, replaced. You know,
I don't know. I think he's learned his lesson.
Do you?
Yeah, I think he would just stay there. It's been lean in these last few years for him.
A huge star.
Don't you talk like that.
I mean, you've
done nothing. Get in the arena.
It was so bad for him he had to start drinking again.
Can I rest my martini on the camera? Can I hide a bottle in my script? It's not easy.
Do you miss Melanie?
Melanie! Oh, poor me.
You fell off
poor
the wagon.
me. Shut up. I'm working up to a joke here.
Hollow out the legs of my director chair.
You feel bad for yourself, huh?
Poor me. Poor me. Pour me another drink.
Oh. That's what you were working on? I should have kept talking.
It's an old joke, but Jackie laughed at it.
Pour me.
You don't think your show's going to be successful?
I like you, Jackie. Can I have the keys to my car? Can I have the keys back to my car, Jackie? I love you, man.
Not so you sucker.
I love you, man. I love you.
So we'll be looking forward to Don Johnson on
That'd be
TV
great.
again.
Be a great show.
Let's just let him run wild.
Yeah, right. Let him run nuts. You know, all the other actors have a script, but he just does whatever he wants.
He just improvises.
Yeah.
Hey, this is some crowd.
You edit around him, you know.
Hey, where's the kid playing my son? Oh, this single dad crap again. Well, I can make it work. I'm a good actor. Get me a blindfold. I don't want to see myself drive today.
All right, Rob, what else?
David
Anything?
Caruso,
Yes.
guy from NYPD
He
Blue.
sucks. Redhead, red hot redhead. Oh, yeah. He'll see how long a fall it is. Ooh! Right down the hill. They love you now, but until tomorrow. Oh.
I didn't mean to set him off
Busting
again.
He's upset about David Caruso.
Well, David Caruso has been
Carrot Top.
slapped with a $4 million palimony suit.
See?
By his former companion,
Oh, yeah.
Paris Papiro.
Yeah.
She says that he agreed to share his earnings with her during their 4 years together.
Sure he did.
And after he had finished his first year on NYPD Blue, he dumped her.
Even at my drunkest, I never said that.
Just told her to get out of the house. He didn't want to be monogamous anymore.
Well, first of all, if see, this is my point. Forget about these palimony. If they're not married, she should have left.
He's nothing. I could do what he does with one hand dipped in vomit.
He made her leave the house. Then he wiped out the $122,000 in a joint checking account and canceled the credit card.
A fool and his money.
During the lean years, she supported him as a massage therapist.
Oh, yeah.
Big deal.
Massage therapist.
And
We have
took-
another name for that where I come from.
And she took responsibility for the care of Caruso's daughter and was often referred to as his wife.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then she should have married him. I like all these women. They live with a guy 4 or 5 years, and all of a sudden they want all the rights of a wife. Well,
What about trust, Howard?
yeah, please, it's a legal matter. If a guy won't marry you, don't hang around.
That's right.
Well, who told her to
But
stay?
if a guy says to you, honey, I love you so much and I'm going to share everything with you.
Marry me.
Instead of verbal contract?
There's some guys that say that right after they beat up their woman. I love you, and they take them right back.
Right.
So these girls that come up and file these charges, and they don't show up in court, and the judge throws it out, they should go to jail.
That's
for
right.
bringing a guy up on charges. Some girls like to get beat up, and I'll go to my deathbed knowing that. I know a lot of girls like that.
Really?
That's right. That's right. If you don't smack them, you're going to lose them.
That's right.
I'm telling you.
Right, he's right.
I'm being very serious.
I
understand you.
You want to set down?
He's right.
You know who to do with that.
The rotten bitches, they'll soak you, they'll dump you, they should all die. Fill my pockets with gin and shoot me up with bourbon. Some women and men were not meant to live together.
Like you and Melanie?
Not a Melanie. Freaking Melanie. I hate you.
I knew I was too old for you.
Are you weeping? Thank God I remember his act.
I don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I do wonder,
Melanie
you know...
has a lopsided face.
Melanie has a lopsided face?
Oh, yeah, I drank to straighten it out.
I do wonder about verbal contracts, Howard. I mean, business is done that way, with verbally, with verbal contracts.
In our society, there is marriage, and then there's not being married. And when you get married, you're in a contract with somebody. If you're not married, a woman has the option. She can say, I'm not going to move in with you. You're not marrying me. And then a guy will marry her, or he may not, and then you know the truth.
But Howard...
These women, this guy was not interested in being married. He was not interested in being married.
She knew it.
She knew it. and that's the end of it. If I was the judge, I would rule in his favor, and I'm no David Caruso fan.
Yeah, but you would be wrong.
Our society cannot regulate everything. We cannot clog up the court.
Do we clog up the courts with business contracts that are done on a verbal basis?
Yes.
All right, then this is the same thing.
Wrong.
Contracts,
You can't go to court.
Spread them and pour me a drink and go shop.
All right, go ahead.
With
Quickly,
my
Rob.
hard-earned money.
You have lots of stories.
They're up in arms in Great Britain about this new book that depicts the love relationship between Princess Di and James Hewitt, who was her riding instructor.
Right.
It's a
riding instructor. Isn't that funny? Like there are people on the planet who have riding instructors.
Yeah.
Life is so.
You and I are living in the wrong. We were
don't
meant to
know
be.
how to live.
We need riding instructors.
I should have one.
I should be living that kind of life. I see these people on the horses.
Yeah.
I live on Long Island. I see people with horses. With
the pants.
Yeah, the pants and the helmet.
Jackie O was famous
And you're
for
nothing.
her
Yeah.
I'm on a horse.
Yeah, and they treat you like you're a dog.
I'm on a horse.
And I ride English. Of course I do.
Yeah.
You're on a horse.
Like you care.
There's no horn on my saddle, and I wear this stupid hat.
I mean, there's
and
that
these
look that
big baggy pants.
Yeah, it's a look of arrogance. And you know what? They're bums, but as soon as they're on the horse.
But then you feel like a bum the way you look at you. Like, damn,
right.
what am I doing?
And they love to hang around these big, stinky barns
Right.
with horses. And they look down their noses at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I go bike riding sometimes, and I see the people on the horses.
Yeah.
Because I'll bike ride through parks and stuff.
Yeah, and you got the hair, so I know they look at you like,
yeah, right. Who is this guy on a bike? I'm on a horse. And I'm like, well, you're not better than me because you're on a horse.
Right, they got their big dumb animal, and they got their whip.
Yeah.
But do they clean? I bet you they don't get down there and clean up his mess.
No.
Like they want you to do with the dog.
Oh, but if they really love it, they do.
Yeah, where's the pooper scooper for that horse? You jerk. Because that same person will say, don't let that dog go to the bathroom in front of my house. What about that horse you was on?
Right.
Did you clean up after that horse? Oh, God.
Anything else, Robin?
Well, I was just saying that they're very concerned, and there's been a big backlash against James Hewitt and his revelations about Princess Di. People are actually coming to her aid, and she's getting a lot of sympathy as a result of these revelations, actually. And the Eagles have canceled most of the remaining dates, all of the remaining dates on their tour because of the intestinal disorder suffered by Glenn Fry.
I don't think that's the reason.
You don't?
No.
Well, they say he's going to be operated on for diverticulitis or something, and that they will reschedule early in 1995.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Joe Walsh drove him crazy.
Well, he probably is driving them crazy, but they're going to continue.
All right.
And The River Wild, the new Meryl Streep movie, was #1 at the box office this week.
Yeah, I want to see that. That looks pretty cool.
It's pretty good. That's what's happening.
Thanks, Robin.
Oh, Marley Maitland, one more thing. Yeah. Marley Maitland's going to play a non-deaf person.
Oh, that's going to be realistic. How's she going to do that? What, are you going to dub in her voice?
She's going to play a retarded person, of course.
Oh.
Oh,
please. Is that right? What is it, like a Forrest Gump, a girl, like the Karate Kid girl movie now?
Well, no, it's something like, it's one of those should retarded people have babies movies.
Oh. How many I'm so sick of retarded people and their babies. I cannot begin to tell you. I am so sick of it, sick of it, sick of it.
You don't think they should have babies?
Absolutely not. Come on, who does?
I don't.
I mean, come on, it's crazy. How can a person with an IQ of 40 take care of a child?
But that's not saying they don't have the right to try.
Oh, please. that movie should be over in 5 minutes.
In 1927, the Supreme Court made it legal to sterilize mentally handicapped women.
Of course. Here's the movie. You ready?
With or without their consent.
Here's the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have a baby. And then mom goes, you want to have a baby? Okay, hold on. Honey, can you just walk over there? Walk over. Doctor, take out her ovaries. I'm
going to call FCC.
Honey, you don't call the FCC if people are taking your ovaries. I'm calling the FCC.
Anyway, somebody's going to listen.
Mommy, I want to have a baby. What goes in where?
Well, I know.
Ouch, that ain't it. Wrong opening.
I've got to watch this movie tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on Lifetime.
Mike?
It's called Against Her Will, the Carrie Buck story. Marley plays Carrie Buck, a retarded woman who already has a child due to a rape.
Carrie Buck. Carrie Buck.
Life is like a box of tampons.
How do you figure?
I don't know.
Well, she plays
over
this
from that
woman.
Story this morning.
All right.
She plays this woman who already has a child as a result of a rape. And the whole question of whether she should be sterilized or not comes up when her mother or something walks into a room and sees Marley or Carrie breastfeeding another one of the grandchildren to try to quiet it down. She sees a baby crying. It's not her baby.
So you get to see her breast?
But she picks the baby up and starts breastfeeding. I don't know how this baby starts breastfeeding this baby.
She should breastfeed the bedpost. That'd be great. That's like really severely retarded. Mommy, I'm gonna breastfeed. No, honey, that's the bedpost. You can't feed a bedpost.
When I was in junior high school, if your mom interrupted, I was in junior high school and they used to have a separate bus for the, the retarded people. Mm-hmm. And they used to lick the windows. I mean,
right. All right, so there you go.
Oh, dear. Well, anyway, she starts breastfeeding this kid who's not hers, and the foster parents, the foster mother comes up and sees her doing this, and they're afraid that her tainted, retarded milk will make their grandchildren retarded.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A lot of uneducated people.
So anyway,
a lot of ignorant
up
people.
In an institution where they decide to use her as a test case for this sterilization, this legalized sterilization, and Melissa Gilbert plays her lawyer.
Melissa Gilbert again?
Playing another lawyer.
Boy, she's busy.
Mm-hmm. And Jurassic Park comes out on video today.
That's what I want to see. Could someone hand me that, please, immediately? I want to see that movie. I've never seen it.
That's good.
So there you have it. That's what's happening.
Thank you, my sweet angel of news. And let me just say that, hey, I'll give a plug here to King All Blacks. Thanks for coming in today.
That movie's going to be a blockbuster.
My movie will be a blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
First of all, there's something in it for blacks because it takes place in a black neighborhood.
Yeah.
Then there's something in it for the whites because then I'm in a white neighborhood. What? I'm thinking about something for you. I'm thinking about you.
I mean, don't just give me a...
Buy my paperback. Buy the paperback. There's an entry blank in there for you to...
I want a special entry. I don't want that one in the book.
There's an I Love Me T-shirt that King of All Blacks sells. Send checks to King Shirts, P.O. Box 1791, 650 Palisade Avenue.
They thick. Feel them.
Englewood, I don't want to feel it. Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey, 7632-0791. Specified large or extra large gray or black, 1995.
Come on, give it.
All right, let me touch it. Oh, that's so thick. Okay, there we go. Jackie New Rave Joke Page Martin, congratulations on all of your success. To order Jackie's comedy.
Selling T-shirts.
Who, King of All Blacks?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to get into it. Why are you selling T-shirts? I got a piece of schnot hanging on my nose. Why are you selling T-shirts?
To give to the Cerebral Palsy Fund in Englewood.
Yeah, they'll see the money.
How much did you make on the candy you're getting?
You told me you made $40 on UNICEF last year on Halloween. Jackie New Rave Joke Page Martin, congratulations to you. Order Jackie's comedy CD or cassette, only $10 plus free shipping and handling.
Does King of All Blacks have children?
Yeah, I have a little daughter.
Oh,
yeah.
Can we call her?
Buy two, get one free. There's a special going on with Jackie Joke Man. Call 1-800-323-KING for Jackie Joke Man. This Thursday, October 6th, it's Jackie at Rascals by the Shore in Ocean Township, New Jersey. For raunchy jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 922-WINE is not a pay service. Also, don't miss Fred Norris appearing at the second annual Don Furman Memorial Dock Race this weekend, October 8th and 9th in Montauk. For information, call 516-329-0604. You get to, what is that, to ride bikes, right?
Right. Exactly.
Spend an evening with Baba Fohai at the Learning Annex on October 20th as he gives a guest lecture on behind the scenes of the Howard Stern Show. To register, call 212-570-6500. People are amazed by that. They Fafa Fui would have a guest lecture series.
Why is he advertising?
Professor Fui.
I guess he gets paid.
Oh.
Don't forget to buy Stuttering John's new CD, which is surprisingly good, available at record stores everywhere. And to get on Stuttering John's mailing list,
it's hard to completely disassociate.
Right. To get on Stuttering John's mailing list, call 201-942-OUCH. And if you're planning a wedding or Christmas party and you need a disc jockey, mobile disc jockey, now's the time to call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040.
And let me ask King of All Blacks one other question. Were you ever married to your child's mother?
No. No, see, you dig it like a detective. You're not going to let me get out of here, huh? I'm not on bail. I can't get a bail.
Reasonable question.
No, I never was married.
What's with all you brothers? You have kids and don't get married.
That's cool, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but isn't your...
That's cool, man.
Well, how come your girlfriend just didn't get an abortion?
No, seriously.
Yeah. Well, don't say that now. The kid's here.
God, dog, she's blossomed, you know. It's a beautiful young lady.
Okay, very good.
7 years old.
All right, we'll leave it all alone.
It's.
But I don't know why that happened.
Okay.
I don't have no answer for that.
He doesn't know why. He
I
has
guess
no
it's
clue.
a style.
Right.
Like going in and out of jail.
You didn't use a rubber?
Huh?
You didn't use a rubber?
Good man.
Obviously not.
Not that night.
Not that night.
Yeah, you're pregnant now. Nah, she wanted to have my baby. We've been thinking about it. We were together for about 9 years.
And she wanted to have your baby even though you didn't marry her?
Yeah, but she didn't sue me for alimony.
Really?
Not yet.
You don't have any money, that's why.
That's not yet.
Yeah, get some. See how fast it happens.
Or either she'll be nice or extra mad.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. I've learned enough about King of All Blacks. And we'll see you tomorrow.